Hey, we are here. Sorry about the
We
delay.
are
My
queer.
hotkeys decided to not be so hot, more lukewarm. I had to get them up to temperature before I got them working.
What?
Yeah, I think it's because I did a actual stream, so I had to swap to my other one, so the hotkeys probably got confused.
Oh yeah,
Anyway,
true. What were you streaming?
I'll tell you that one in a bit actually.
Oh yeah, true.
Saving it for later. Yeah, but yes.
Oh dear.
Meanwhile, welcome to Green Guinea Pigs, Weasel Predators. This week we
Okay.
have a beautiful lineup. We have. What you do, man?
Well, we're talking about Bethesda's tricky dicky fucking canvas bag situation and shit that's around that.
Oh yeah, Canvasgate.
Oh yeah, canvas gate. Is that what people are actually calling it? I never got a whiff of that.
No. I'm gonna call it that because it's gonna get called it eventually because that's anything that's slightly controversial is now a gate.
Yeah, true. Well, yeah, true. GameStop reports a $488 million loss in the third quarter. That's some fucky shit right there. And a Steam bug has allowed unlimited free downloads for fucking like any game that you want. But they fixed it. But we'll talk a bit about that. That's the tiny news. You know me, Connor. I always have two big newses and tiny news. That's the tiny
We
news.
got big news, we got little news, we got all the news here for your news needs. But
Uh,
that'll be coming up in the news section. Right now we have our week. Do tell us about your week, man.
let's talk about my week.
Talk about your week.
This week I've been doing more of the same. I've been playing some fucking uh, EU4 still. Been playing a lot more of
Oh
that.
yeah.
I'm actually getting good at it now. I'm actually to the point where I understand what different numbers mean. That's pretty good.
Hey, that's always a good
So,
thing. That's always a good
but
thing.
there was something really cool I started playing.
Yeah.
Yes, Warframe. So the new Warframe update came out.
Oh
One
yeah.
I've been waiting for a while. In fact, I stopped playing Warframe until it came out.
Oh yeah. So big one then.
Uh, yeah, it's a huge one. Every single update is a huge one. Um,
I do like
but
games
this
like
one
that.
I've particularly been waiting for because it. Okay, every so once in a while, yeah,
Yeah.
the Warframe devs add a whole new mechanic that's basically a selling point of any other game. So,
Oh yeah.
like big mechanics, like for example, one time they added open world,
Oh,
um,
as they do.
as they do.
Oh yeah, you told me that. It's like fuck it. We're at an open world. Why? Fuck it.
Yeah, they added fishing because some developer on the team just decided, oh, it'd be pretty cool if you could do it in your spare time. So he just made fishing as an aside thing.
Yeah.
Um, so uh, so on top of the jetpack missions, on top of the open world, on top of the fishing, on top of I guess is a little bit of a spoiler to say, but you can play as multiple characters at once. Um, on top of all of that, they've added a brand new spanking feature, two in fact, that are fucking huge.
Oh yeah.
Or one of them's huge. So they've added ship combat that's live where you can. Okay, so they've had a system called the Arcwing system for a while now, where you fly around in space, yeah, and
Yeah.
you shoot people in with a giant gun in space, yeah. Well, you can now fly your ship, yeah, around in real time,
Oh, that's nice.
shoot other ships in real time with other players in your ship, yeah, controlling different parts of the ship. Fly out of the ship in your Arcwing, shoot other people in the Arcwing, then go into an instanced level in real time while other people are still in the ship fighting things, Then
Nice.
people in the ship on the outside have to shoot different parts of the ship, the enemy ship that is, that you're invading as a regular Warframe level, so that you can, let's say, destroy different parts of the uh, like security and stuff like that. Yeah. So let's say there's like a security grid, you can't hack it, just blow up the power grid on the ship. Boom, no more
So are we
security.
talking like FTL levels of combat,
Yes. No. We're talking.
but like
Yeah.
more
Okay.
real time?
We're talking action game FTL mixed with Elite Dangerous.
Right. So yes. So you shoot parts of the ship to basically handicap them.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. So not only that, they added another open world, so a whole new map, and they also added skateboarding, as in hoverboarding. So they've added a lot of shit in this fucking game.
Oh, okay.
Um. So it's fucking great. So I played the introduction to the patch. It's a story-based mission that's pretty cool. It gives you a new sword. Well, the blueprint to a new sword, and a lot more story. The story is fucking brilliant in Warframe.
But Andy,
You
you're
wouldn't
not
fucking
doing this
believe
to
it.
me. Go
What?
back just a little bit.
What?
Fucking skateboarding.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can grind on different rails and shit. Yeah, you get a hoverboard and
So
you can grind on rails. You
so
can like, fucking
right.
hoverboard everywhere.
I'm not expecting this to be like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater or Skate.
No, it's got that much depth. The only thing it's missing is half pipes.
So are we talking like Metal Gear Solid skateboarding minigame, or are we talking Spyro the Dragon skateboarding minigame?
I don't know. I've never played either.
Really? You not
I'm
played that?
talking you can grind on rails. I'm talking you have a bunch of different controls for stuff like um, turning your skateboard to the side, braking, like jumping, shit like that. It's not just like a different movement system. Sorry, it's not just like a different walking kind of system. It's like it is a functional skateboarding system, not quite to the level of like Tony Hawk, but yeah, no, it could be its own game, and I would play it that kind of
Th-
level, you know.
Right. So you keep talking, man. I've just got to go make sure I've got Warframe installed still.
It's actually really easy to get to that part of the open world as well. It's only on
Yeah.
Venus, and you only have to be MR
I.
3, I think, to
You know
be
what?
able to.
I need to I need to play Warframe anyway because I got a fuck ton of Twitch Prime shit.
Yeah, do it, man.
Yeah.
It's a really good game, and at a certain point, the story gets fucking amazing, and it turns into like a actual AAA paid for game, but it's still free. Like there's actual cutscenes and shit, you
But
know.
where did they get their money from? Where do you actually pay in Warframe? I need to ask that like
Okay, so if I was still playing it regularly, I'd be able to give you an easy answer. So
um
the first thing is that it does have a premium currency.
okay,
So I guess they make their money off of that.
that's fine.
But the weird thing is that the premium currency doesn't actually buy you jack diddly fucking squat.
Oh, okay.
The premium currency only buys you short, small things like buy certain guns, but not all of them.
Yeah.
And also, like, you can just build guns real easy.
Okay.
Or while you're building something, it takes, let's say, 3 real-time days to build something. Do it instant, for like 20,
Fair enough.
you know.
Well,
Um, so yeah, they make money like that, but there's nothing scummy in their free to play model, and it's so fucking refreshing because you don't have to pay for nothing. In
that's
fact, you
cool.
can make they've allowed you to trade with their premium currency for items. That means you can actually make premium currency for free in the game at a
Yeah.
certain point.
Anyway, so my week, um, just to cut you off because otherwise we're gonna.
I was going on a bit, wasn't I? Yeah,
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna complain. I like a bit of Warframe, getting back into the damn game. So,
definitely, definitely. It's
um,
really good.
all right. So,
So how was your week, man?
right, there was another thing I wanted to talk about, but it's just slipped my mind. So I'll probably jump back into that halfway through the fucking stream as I do.
Yeah.
But I've been playing City Skylines actually, a bit more City Skylines. Been enjoying that. Got into the
Mhm.
modding of that recently.
Oh,
Um,
okay. What kind of stuff have you modded it to do?
not much, just a bit of road anarchy, just more quality of life things.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you
really,
say road anarchy?
yeah, road anarchy. Basically,
Okay, explain.
right, it's nothing unique or major. It's not as cool as the name sounds, but imagine like say you can only build at a 10-degree angle, a normal angle for your road to incline. Um, not too steep, not too
I understand now.
yeah,
Yeah. So you could build it however which way you want
yeah, which
within that mod.
comes in handy for my custom map, which is basically meant to be a giant bowl. And the
Mm.
idea is I wanted to make a challenge for a stream that I will do eventually, keyword eventually, um, where the the idea is you got to drain the water out and then just add stuff down there. Basically, you got to drain the water out to complete the map challenge,
Hmm.
and obviously you have to get to that point where you could actually drain the water out. Otherwise, if you don't have a map to sustain it, you're not going to drain the water, are you? So nothing,
Okay.
nothing too major, but bit of road anarchy. I needed it to basically get up that fucking cliff face. So if you look at it, I have a train line.
Have
Uh,
you posted it anywhere?
I sent it to someone. Let's see if I can find a picture of Shit Creek. Fucking love Shit
Sure, I'll
Creek.
take a look as well.
Yeah. But yeah, basically, I've got this stupidly insane fucking incline on my train line, which is impossible, but it adds to the character of my map. Okay, it just adds to the fucking character. Oh no, that's not it. That's not it. Where is it? I posted to fucking someone. Oh, I'm pissed off. Actually, I think I sent it to my friend, so I'm gonna have to open up Facebook. Fuck's sake. Alright, I'll leave it for now anyway. But yeah, ultimately, it's fun. I even got a massive fucking creek, obviously by the name Shit Creek, and that's where I dump all of my sewage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you
and
shown me this before?
I've shown you it most likely, yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember it. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Shit Creek. Also, I played the Doom mod. What was it called? What was it called? What's it called? Revenant Bus. Revenant Bus. I'm gonna find a video of Revenant Bus. Um,
What
also,
is that?
yeah. You ever played Desert Bus or heard of Desert Bus?
Yes, yes, I have.
Yep, it's basically that, but in Doom, and instead of the desert, it's hell, and you have never ending spawns of Revenant.
Right.
T Bus Doom. There we go. I have to make sure it's muted because I'm not fucking getting a copyright claim again. Oh yeah, that's something that's been pissing me off. We're getting copyright claims left, right, and fucking centre at the
I guess we gotta start being good boys now
moment.
then.
We just got to be extra careful for the shit we. Why are you displaying literally fuck? We just got to be extra careful, basically.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, no more trailers, I guess, especially if it's Nintendo.
right. Quite simply, fuck that. If we want to display trailers, we display fucking trailers because
Yeah, but we're gonna
that's
get copy striked.
that is a part
So
of the podcast.
yeah, it is a part of the podcast, but we're gonna get copy striked. I don't know. We'll have to think
Oh no, no,
about it.
I'm just going to play it as normal. And if anyone claims us, I'm going to put in massive fucking, I'm going to edit it and put in massive fucking letters. This company has claimed us. I'm fucking shaming the companies, man. Bullshit and scummy.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Oh,
effectively
I see the
censoring for
desert
what?
bus right now.
Yeah, yeah. This is the Doom mod, which is basically Revenant boss. Revenants will
That
spawn.
looks really well made.
Yeah, you don't actually drive it.
You just sit in it, do
Yeah, you sit in it and you just got to keep punching the Revenant.
you?
And they spawn every 7 to 8 seconds. This is it has more gameplay than Desert Bus. It's slightly more enjoyable with the fact that you actually have to punch shit instead of
If you could move the wheel back, that would make it better. You know how like the bus kind of veers just a little bit
I think you could, but I know why the guy hasn't. It's very limited in
in the engine.
abilities. Yeah, the engine is very limited, so he couldn't obviously do that. But moving back on. Please work. Here we go. Another thing I've been playing, Broken Reality. I've been playing Broken Reality.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Oh, the hype, the hype. I've hyped this game to shit, and
You
it's finally out. And is it as good as I expected? We've only seen limited gameplay and limited screenshots.
give
I'm
me that
basically.
first impression, bro.
Oh, I will. That'll be my topic. But
Oh, sick.
for now, I will just say it's good. You can watch my stream of it, and it is very, very, very nice. I'll be basically going over my stream, whilst I'll be showing my stream on the stream whilst we go, just so you can get an idea of the gameplay, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Streamception.
yeah, streamception. But that'll be coming later in my topic. Right now, we are going on to today's topic with you, Andy.
Uh my topic or the all right, yeah, sure, let's
Yeah,
go.
your
So I'm
your
talking about
topic.
tie-in movie games, fam.
Yeah. Now I heard when you sent me this, like you pitched me it, so to speak. I was intrigued instantly. What do you have to
Hmm.
say?
Well, it's often quite rightly assumed that movie tie-in games are shit. Uh and that's because it's true. Uh why are movie games shit? Well, it's often because of the fact that there's a rush development cycle to prevent leaks, and also you have to have the release date at a similar time as the movie's release date.
Definitely.
So this leads to a way inferior product, way, way, way inferior product. Often games like Thor, um, Spider-Man 1 to a certain extent.
Ah, yes.
I'm trying to think of some others. Can you name some other really shitty movie tie-in games? Like fucking
Um. Oh shit. I think I can name some decent ones actually, which is contrary to popular belief.
Scarface.
Scarface.
Yeah, that was a Scarface game, and it's absolutely terrible. But there has been some great movie tie-in games, and yeah, you are right. There have been some good ones. For example, Spider-Man 2 and the Chronicle Riddick games.
Yeah,
So, what makes a good movie tie-in game?
yeah.
What?
What does
Why
make
are these so different?
depends on who you give them
Well,
to, innit?
after a lot of
We have to say that Spider-Man.
research,
We'll have to
mhm,
say that the latest Spider-Man game for PS4 is technically not a tie-in, as it is
no,
his
it's
own
not.
story, and I think Marvel
They've
just
got a lot
went.
of similarities to the Marvel universe, but sorry, cinematic universe. But no, it's its own story. Yeah,
It's also claimed that it's not the same universe at all. It's its own separate universe.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, but there's that. Just wanted to get that out there, so people like before people like, oh, Spider-Man's a really good movie tie-in, not just Spider-Man 2. It's like, but it's not a
No,
movie tie-in.
no, it's not a movie tie-in game.
It was a game
Uh,
made off its own accord, effectively.
anyway, after extensive research, the things that make a movie tie-in game good are essentially the same things that would make any other game good, and it's because of the fact that it has a rush development cycle that it can't ever succeed. So I would assume that short life cycles, a lack of budget, since basically a movie tie-in game is a form of marketing. It's not a game in and of itself.
Yeah,
So that budget for the game is actually not its own. fully portioned out budget, but actually a percentage of the marketing budget. And also a lack of care. They don't care that it does good. It only is supposed to just be like, oh yeah, I should watch that movie kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be in your face. The front of the box has more value to these companies than the actual game itself. So because of that, they're made by shit studios who don't have the resources or the talent to make a great game. Why did Spider-Man 2 succeed then? Because it had the talent. Do you know why the swinging mechanics are so good, Connor?
No, I don't. I know that it's like one of the few Spider-Man games that actually gets the swinging right,
Hmm.
but ultimately I don't know.
Well, it's because one developer basically didn't leave the offices and took a bunch of overtime without pay just so that you could get this swinging concept that nobody else wanted.
Oh, Andy, Andy, technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. He will be back shortly. If I'm correct, he's probably blue screen. So, what to do until he gets back? That is the question.
Blue screened.
Yep, thought as much. But yeah,
I'm trying. I'm trying to get my face on this again. I guess you're gonna just have to leave me as a blank for
yeah,
now until I get my computer running again.
that's fine. I'll just turn you down just a touch.
Oh, do I sound different?
You sound quite loud, actually. I'll be honest.
Oh, true.
Just knock you down to about there. Yeah, carry on.
Okay. Well, I don't have my notes up anymore.
It's all right.
uh,
What is causing your blue screens? You need to get that fixed.
yeah, I do. I think I have multiple of the same driver. I've had this problem before. Um, I'll figure out a way to fix it. So, yeah, the what did you hear up to? The main develop the there was one guy developing the swinging system.
Yeah, that no one wanted. That's the bit you got up to.
Yeah, nobody wanted it, but he took a bunch of overtime. He stayed in all the time, and he managed to do it all by himself. And so they were like, "Okay, it's done and it's good. We'll keep it."
Do you know what? I fucking
That's
hope
the
that guy
only
got extra
reason that's
pay.
there. Huh? Nope.
This, nope. Fuck me. That
Nope.
game would not have succeeded without him.
Yep. No, he didn't get any extra pay. He had where he is now is he had a Kickstarter for his own swinging based game, which wasn't that great.
Do
It wasn't.
you have
The
the?
game was.
Do you have his name? Because I believe I've seen that game advertised on NerdCube's channel.
No, I don't have his name. I'm just riffing the story off the top of my head. It's not actually in my notes. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, carry on.
I just know the story.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's movie tie-in games. Yeah, what would you have to say about that? Like,
I imagine you're cutting short because you don't have your notes.
just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, one thing I want to talk about is, well, let's name some games that are good and bad. Like, Toy Story games, they're a good. The Toy Story 2 game was a really good one.
Hmm.
The Hercules one was enjoyable. I enjoyed that, but I feel if I
Hmm.
was to play that again now, I'd hate it.
That was a Hercules. Is that on like the SNES or something?
PS1, PS1.
PS1 Hercules game. I've
It,
never heard of it.
it's really nice. It's got a nice, clean art style. It's got that guy
Is it a
who,
side scroller?
yeah, it is. Yeah,
It's got Danny DeVito in it.
it fucking does.
Fucking, fucking a.
That is why I enjoyed it so much. What?
Uh,
Um, yeah. What else was a good? Oh, GoldenEye. We can't forget GoldenEye.
for the Wii, yeah.
Um, I fucking hate you. I hate you with a burning passion.
It was a good game. It was a good game.
No, no, it was not. GoldenEye 64. Now, I enjoyed the campaign because I had no friends, but that had a similar story to why Spider-Man succeeded, because the multiplayer was what saved that. Well, not saved it. It's what made the game as it is.
Mm,
And the reason that was that was added is because someone was like, "Fuck it, let's do it last minute." That's why characters can't walk when they're knelt down. There's just a kneel animation, but they don't actually move whilst kneeling. So you just
mm,
slide on your knees. And it's also why some of the levels is a straight up cut of ah uh, what was it? Mission levels. There's also a level, three levels, that is the same map but spliced up, and I quite liked that because like I was like, oh, how do you get down here? And then I played the other map and it's like, oh look, I was up there when in the other map, and then I realised that the third map is both the maps stuck together. I'm a dumbass. But bad games. One that I want to say it's not a movie game, but it is a game based off a TV series. The
right.
SpongeBob games, they were fucking abysmal.
I've heard that some of them are good,
I think one of
or at
them's
least one of
good.
them is good.
Yeah,
Right.
I think that's Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Yes. Yes, I think it is.
I
Yeah.
had Curse of the Flying Dutchman, and that one's quite infamous. Which to my shock horror, because I've never had a problem with the game as far as I'm aware.
Hmm.
Yeah, can you think of any other games? There's got to be more. More movie tie-in games.
Uh,
The
I
D
mentioned Thor. Like that one sticks out as a really bad one.
Oh,
Um,
Hulk.
there was a Batman Begins game that was
Yeah.
really bad.
Oh my God. Yes.
Well,
Um,
are you talking about the Hulk?
the
I
Hulk.
remember the Hulk.
Um,
Yeah, I
the,
remember having fun with that.
the yeah, the Batman and Robin game. That was fucking abysmal.
I don't remember that.
That was another PS1 game.
Ah,
Oh, there should
I
be.
skipped the PS1. I think. I think I had um a Dreamcast up until then.
I never had a
Yeah,
Dreamcast.
no.
And that anything before the PS1, I didn't own. I think Game Boy
Oh, for
Color.
real.
Game Boy Color's an exception. But yeah. Should we? How's your computer looking?
I'm back on the notes. I'm not back on the Discord.
All right, and well,
So
you get yourself back on the Discord. I'm going to cut straight over to games we're excited for.
yeah.
That was quick. We're on games we're excited for now. I, I don't know why. I anticipated my transition to be longer than it was. It was not.
uh, I just my final note that I had to say for tie-in movie games, by the way,
Oh yeah.
is well, the cost to develop a video game is increasing all the time. And so when you have a movie tie-in game as only marketing, I can imagine that in the future they'll grow to be shitter and shitter as budgets will become more and more
I just I,
strained.
I just want someone to turn around and go, "Fuck, this will be." If we can nail this, we could have literally indefinite marketing. Because the
Oh
Spider-Man
yeah,
2 game is well known to this fucking day.
yeah.
You
But
know,
will a game build up a movie? Like, would a really great game make a shit movie better? Or will a really good movie make a shit game better? I think the latter would be more important to
yeah, I will
I
always
think
say that like a game of a movie, if the game's bad, it won't make if the game's bad, the movie can make the game better, but if it's the other way around, the game can't make the movie better.
hmm,
Because if the movie's shit, you're not gonna want to watch it. Quite
nobody goes to watch a movie because of a video game, exactly, yeah.
well, I do
Take
believe
the
that
Doom movie.
people will watch the movie because I did watch the Doom movie because I like Doom. It was shit. Um, but it did not make the movie any better because I liked Doom.
Hmm,
Whereas GoldenEye was infinitely better for me because I liked James Bond.
yeah.
Not GoldenEye the movie though. I actually didn't like that one. But um,
I think it's because I don't know, you watch a movie whereas you're kind of role playing in a video game, aren't you?
Exactly. Yeah. So you can pretend to be Bond, you can pretend to be Spider-Man, you can pretend to be I mean you could literally like even if you don't like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, which is a wrong idea because they were amazing, even
Oh
Spider-Man
yeah.
3. And
Oh yeah.
I will actually
Well, maybe I wouldn't go that far.
I no, I watched it recently. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
For real.
And yeah, and a part of me didn't even enjoy it as a meme because I was too busy enjoying it as a movie. I will sit there and say that it did have shortcomings and it was not as good as the I want to say first two, but I hated the first one.
You hated the first one?
I really didn't
I
like
think
it. Spider-Man
I
2 is
thought
the
that
best one.
two is the best one, yeah. But I wouldn't say I hate the first one.
Yeah, okay, maybe that was too a harsh word, but you get my point. Um,
Kind of, yeah.
yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that movie anyway. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, yeah, you can role play
Uh
a dickish Spider-Man, and that would make your day even better.
fucking have you ever played Spider-Man 3 for the PS2?
Um,
Now that's a piece of hot god.
I didn't know that was a thing, so
Hey, hey.
it. But yes,
Spider-Man the Spider-Man 3 series of games were absolutely terrible, and his suit was for some reason shiny. But yeah, let's continue.
yeah, we should move on to games we're excited for. So, games I'm excited for: the Spider-Man 3 game.
Oh shit.
No, I'm not. Right.
The fucking Spider-Man 3 game. I want that shit again. Just re-release that shit, nigga. Oh.
Dude, it's
Just
fine. It's
re-release
fine.
that.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. It wasn't intentional, so we will let it slide. Fine. Um, but yeah, fuck. Yeah, just to say, we asked him to curb the amount of the use of the N word on stream, just because to make it a little more open to everyone. But as that was an accident, I'm not gonna like nail you down
Think
for
of
it.
the children.
It's not like we're on a podcast. You can have slip ups like that. Whereas if you're on the radio, you can have your whole show fucking cancelled for that. So
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, we should open up games we're excited for a little more broadly because there really isn't that many games coming out, is there?
There was one I wanted to talk about, and I'm frantically trying to open up Steam to find it again.
Yeah.
It's about the Civil War. It's one of those not quite simulators. Okay, hold on 1 second, my dude.
I want a politic. In fact, I'm going to save this for the game ideas one. Um. Also, a game I want to talk about just whilst you're looking for that. Just Cause. Just Cause
I'm
4.
back.
Hey.
Um,
Yeah. Just Cause 4. Just whilst you're finding that game again.
yes.
Just Cause 4. Although it's out. I think it's
Is it
out now.
out? That was quick.
Yeah, I think it is out now. Let me check Steam because I'm getting adverts for it, so I assume it's out. Unless
If
it's in
I
pre-order.
if I was not so at odds with the developers, I would also be excited for Just Cause 4, but I'm not. I
What
have
is it?
no
What's up with
confidence.
the developers?
Oh, they're the kind of people that we don't really like on this show, the kind of SJW type people. It's called
Um.
War of Rights, by the way. It's a civil war, almost simulator, first person shooter.
Oh, right, the Civil War game.
Mhm.
Sorry, I thought you was talking about like the developers then in some weird analogy.
No, no, I'm rather at odds with the developers of Just Cause 4's. Yeah, you were right in thinking that, yes.
Oh my fucking god! Right, so I'm just got to show you this shit right now. Look at this abysmal thing.
What's in the gold edition that you wouldn't get normally? Go and read it out for me.
About this bundle, we have 24 hours early access, Steam
Uh-huh.
exclusive wallpaper, Death Stalker Scorpion pack, 24 hours early access application to digital deluxe edition and gold edition purchases. Okay. I mean, most of this doesn't fucking count because I believe the game is out as we speak, unless it again it is in pre-order. I'll check. That's what I was actually going to check when I found this piece of shit. Want the Ultimate Edition? I want to know what's in it. The game, the expansion pass. Oh fuck! It was only a matter of time before they milked this cow. Um, which is digital deluxe content, Black Hand stealth microjet and Black Hand prototype weaponized wingsuit.
So nothing.
No, I know what they're doing. That shit.
What?
I'm gonna point this. That shit will make Rico he's gonna make him overpowered, basically.
Rico Rodriguez.
That's the one.
Yeah, probably would. Yeah.
Rico Mexican man. Um,
Rico Salvadore.
yeah, it's gonna make him overpowered as fuck, which makes the game like there's fun in the destruction, but you have to earn that destruction,
Yeah,
and
you have
that
to actually try.
yeah, and that's gonna make it too easy. Like, don't get me wrong, it'd be fun to fly around like some sort of winged god, but that'll be only be fun for 5-10 minutes. And if you're getting it just because you bought a bundle, then what's the you're not really gonna gain out, are you? You're just gonna fly around because you paid a little extra. I'd rather earn that. But yeah, let's see if this is actually out. Oh, Rico's ultimate mission. Oh, yeah, there they go. Cutting out that content. Snippy, snip, snip. Better save it for the £67 version. Better save that fucking 1, 2, maybe 3 missions if you're lucky for the £67.58 edition.
I feel ill.
16% off my ad.
It's disgusting.
This bundle comes with digital deluxe, which is £9, golden gear, which is £3.5, extension pass, which is season pass. Let's be
Did
honest.
you say
Why?
golden gear?
Yep, golden gear pack,
How garish. People don't care about that shit anymore.
and Just Cause 4, which is £45.
Is it out? Has
Uh
it got
oh,
reviews?
it's coming out. Oh, tomorrow. It's coming out tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. So I'm pissed off with that, considering I got fucking Just Cause 2 with all the DLC for £2. Admittedly, that was a sale, but even if this was to go on sale, it would never reach that low because of its how high the price is.
Hmm.
It's just a rule of
Well, it
thumb.
may do in the future. Like, it might be really shit, like Fallout 76. And it would reach such low costs. You know, it went down another £10, right?
Did it? Oh my god, I'm gonna check that. Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Out 76. Oh wait, it's on Bethesda store in it. I keep forgetting that. I need to check that.
Anyway, that's just what I heard. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that it went down another £10.
You know what? Fallout 76. I genuinely want to play that
Yeah.
because for me, although there is some minor problems here and there, it is a typical Bethesda game. In fact, it's a typical Fallout 4 game. Well, it's Fallout 4 basically with multiplayer, with some corners cut here and there to try and compensate for the fact they've never done multiplayer before, which is fair enough. And it kind of annoys me when everyone goes, "This game is absolutely abysmal because of its bugs and its shitty mobile." I'm like, but that's just. I assume you have a point. Carry on.
Um, Fucking play Fallout 4 then, because it's the exact same game. Like, there's no merit to playing it with other people. It is absolutely, for starters. Okay, for playing with other people, what do you think you're going to get out of that? What experiences do you think you'll have?
I just want to shoot shit with friends, maybe be a dick to a few people, have a cheeky chin wag or two. Yeah,
Okay,
but the reason I'm not jumping to buy it now is because I know no one that will buy it.
okay. So if none of your friends are going to buy it, yeah,
I'm not gonna buy it.
you're not going to buy it. So
Yep.
you understand that there's no value there.
Yep.
Shooting people, yeah,
Yep.
there's no value there either, because they have put in a system where if you shoot someone, the fight only starts if they shoot back. Otherwise, they take no damage.
So,
Essentially, the game is a chat room.
So I want to play the Fallout 4 multiplayer mod. Um, I'd rather fucking go and find the Fallout 4 multiplayer mod. I know Elder Scrolls has one.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
I've
that's
seen that and it works pretty all right.
yeah, it's coming along really well. It's just the same, but with multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have a cheeky gander.
The one that works the best, however, is the Morrowind multiplayer mod.
Oh yeah, because I've had a couple of years going.
Oh yeah, and
I don't think I'm gonna
it
get on with
has more
Morrowind.
features. Morrowind's a pretty good game with one tweak, and that's to have a 100% hit chance. If you have that tweak, then it plays like every other Elder Scrolls game.
100% hit chance.
Well, you know, in Morrowind, it's an ARPG, but they also have a dice roll system where even if you hit them with your sword, you'll miss.
Oh, okay.
So you just have a 100% hit chance, and it plays like every other Elder Scroll.
Fuck me. Oh, that's because it's instantly gave me the um. It's gave me some special edition that I can't pronounce. Oh, thank you, Fallout 76. Why did you give me the £62.99 edition? This is why I don't buy games new.
£62.99.
Yep. Fallout 76. It
And we'll
fucking.
get into why that number is absolutely disgusting in a second because, oh boy. Oh boy.
I want the standard edition of Fallout 76. I want to see how much it
By
actually
the
is.
way, you should also know, did you know that the game has a premium currency?
Oh, it's is it?
Yes.
I think they said I think what they said they weren't doing that.
They are.
Do tell me.
They're called atoms.
So the
So
standard
you pay
edition is
60 pounds,
44.99 by the way.
you pay £40, and you have to also pay for microtransactions as well for different admittedly cosmetic, but different items in the world for
You,
building shit.
this is a Bethesda game, right?
Mm.
You know how you get cosmetics in a Bethesda game?
You mod it in.
No, you kill the thing with the cosmetics you fucking want. You don't buy it.
Yeah, well, no. If you want a nice potted plant, if you want some greenery around, or I'm trying to think, if you want a bed or something, get yourself a £4 79. I think my friend told me. £4 79 will get you about 500 atoms, and that'll get you a bed.
Fuck this, man. Fuck this. I was
We'll
genuinely
talk
gonna
about
buy.
that number later as well. 500
I was
atoms.
gonna genuinely buy that game if and when it drops down in price.
Hmm.
But it's not on Steam, so it's like, fuck, am I gonna buy it? That's one way to stop me from buying games, not having it on Steam.
Hmm.
Like, what is it? There's a load of games I have on other platforms like Uplay and 'cause I got it through like Humble Bundle and shit.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna play them. I'm not gonna buy any more for them. Do you know why?
Why?
They're not on Steam. Now that isn't
Humble
as
Bundle's on Steam. Most games on Humble Bundle are on Steam.
yes, but if you get certain bundles, especially EA themed ones,
Hmm.
they will not. They'll give you only the Origin key be-
Okay. Yeah, you
because
just got to be a little bit wary, but I still use Humble Bundle all
it.
the time.
Oh yeah, nothing against Humble Bundle. I know it's EA doing that. It's EA going, yeah, here's the Origin key, not the here's the Origin key, and
I
only the.
remember a time when they would give you like three different keys and you can pick.
I
Do you
think
remember
it's.
that?
I think it is purely to do with the fact that they were doing it.
Yeah.
That EA was doing it. What's who? Oh, you play. Yeah, that's where Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
They own that, I believe.
Do you know that Humble Bundle got bought out recently?
Oh God, who bought it?
By recently, I mean some months ago. I think it was Disney. So, yeah,
What?
people thought that. No, I think it was Sega, actually.
Um,
I'll find out. Hold on.
Bumble. I'm going to find that out as well. Bumble
It was
by.
either Sega or Disney.
I love how the stream's just gone really quiet as I'm.
Well, you could search then. It's a subsidiary, but Wikipedia doesn't say what of. IGN. This
Yeah,
is
I think I heard they got bought by.
that's weird. I never heard that IGN.
Um, yeah,
Well, there you
yeah,
go.
IGN bought it. That makes sense.
But IGN is a subsidiary of what? A subsidiary of
God.
a news corporation called, I think, News Corporation. Oh, Ziff Davis. And Ziff Davis is a subsidiary of. Oh my god, it is actually one.
Well, I can't
Parent
get into the.
J2 Global. And J2 Global is a subsidiary of. No, it
Wait,
isn't. It's a public company.
please
There
stop.
you go.
Please stop. Um, yeah. So I can't get into Uplay, so I can't tell you if I have Rainbow Six Siege.
You can't get into Uplay.
Yeah, I forgot my password, which is
Maybe you
bull.
should just some other time, but yeah, try and get into that because I'd love to play some Siege with you.
Yeah, fuck me. I would love to play Siege with anyone because I bought it and then everyone seemed to have just fucking stopped caring.
Um, yeah, I mean, it's been more of the same for a while. None of the operators have grabbed my interest. But
Well,
if you want to play 1v1s, I'd be down.
the only person I know of that plays it
Hmm.
um plays it on Xbox because
Ah,
they're
well, they've got
primarily.
crossplay, I think.
Oh, have they?
I
Yeah,
think so. Time to search up that, huh?
yeah. No, fuck your two-step authentication. But yeah, basically, the point I was trying to make before then was I do not play games that aren't on Steam. Not because I don't. I'm boycotting Origin. Well, nah, yeah, I do boycott Origin. Not because I'm boycotting them specifically, because I have no proper issue with Ubisoft because I just don't buy their games. Quite simple.
Hmm.
They've done nothing to offend me much. It's like the things they do. It's like um some politician coming out with a new fucking fraud
It's a
scandal.
known evil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like I know it, but does it affect me? Do I care? I don't.
no.
Um, it's not like they're offending me quite like EA does. So when I'm up, yeah,
They're not shitting on your lawn, but yeah,
exactly. The only reason I don't play games on other platforms is because I just don't open it. I open Steam. Like I don't want to open fucking who made LOL Riot Games. I don't want to
oh,
open.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't want to open that for fucking LOL that I don't play anyway. I don't want to
rocket
open
launcher.
fucking. I don't want to open Blizzard for Overwatch. I don't want to open fucking. Fuck me, why have I forgotten them all? BattleNet for fucking not BattleNet, the other one. Epic Games for fucking Fortnite.
Well, when you have companies as big as Ubisoft or EA or Blizzard
See, that kind of
that
makes sense to me.
rival Valve,
That makes
there's a conflict of interest, I think, in hosting it on their store page, isn't there?
that kind of makes sense to me because obviously if they sell it on their own store, then they can have a monopoly on their own products, which is fair enough. They can
Hmm.
try and they're creating an ecosystem where they can push their own stuff where they're not having to take a cut from Valve. But why are these small companies doing it? Like Fortnite is a free to play game. LOL is a free to play game. Fucking
Fortnite is not a small company. Fortnite is owned by Epic Games.
yeah, but let's. How many games do they have on the Epic launcher?
Not many, but they've had many games in the past.
That's like I don't get why all these companies need. Yeah, they have had many games, but they're mostly on Xbox. I'm on about what is on the Epic launcher, what is on the Blizzard launcher. They're adding a few more on the Blizzard launcher, to be fair, like Call of
Oh,
Duty.
sorry, you said small
No,
companies.
no, I mean like it's more why are these companies that aren't as big as not what developers, not publishing companies. 'Cause
Hmm.
Epic Games is more of a developer than a publisher, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I mean,
why are they making it for one or two games, maybe even six at the most?
okay, well, for you, it's a bit more of an issue, but for generally people around, it's not so bad to open up a different launcher for a different game, especially if it's something like Fortnite or the Blizzard launcher where you're only playing one game, or in the case of Blizzard launcher, I would expect maybe two, like World of Warcraft or like you're going to that launcher for the one game, so it's pretty much that game's launcher, like
So
you would normally.
I thought I had Rainbow Six Siege. I can't seem to find it at all.
You might have it on Steam, maybe, and you haven't linked to your accounts,
I've looked on Steam.
and you can't find it. Shame.
Rainbow. Wait, maybe I should put it onto all games and not just installed. Ah, there it is. Yeah,
Perfect.
install. Wait, no, probably save it for after the.
Yeah, probably.
I'm used to doing that at home. It's just like, oh, I'm playing a game. Might as well install 3 things whilst watching a stream.
That ain't
Ah,
working, man.
that
That
internet,
ain't working.
that internet, that internet. Yeah, so I've just fucking done all that to find out that the game I was after was in the all section, not the installed section. Good job, mate. So yeah, that was a good segment on games we liked, were excited for. What what did we establish? There are no new games. That's what we established.
Well, War of Rights, but yeah, no, not that many.
Yeah.
I should
Oh,
think.
War of Rights. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna look for a video of that. So this
Yeah.
segment doesn't go straight to hell.
Uh, so yeah, War of Rights is. I've already explained what it is. You'll
Yeah.
just be seeing some
Well, might as well.
Milsim footage, pretty much. I would think.
Why not show some for the folks at home? Yeah. What is it
Yeah,
called? War of Rights.
War of Rights
All right.
because it's in the Civil War period.
Yeah. Oh, urban combat.
Oh, here's another thing I'm excited for. Stellaris has their newest
Oh,
expansion,
Stellaris. Which
the
one's
Mega
Stellaris?
Corporation expansion. Stellaris is Paradox's sci-fi game.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Here we go. Um, yeah, so we just prematurely ended the stream because I'm a gibbon and pressed the wrong button. You know what?
For
This
real?
so currently we're seeing
It's
civil rights, first person civil rights, just getting ready for battle. But
War of Rights, yes.
yeah, oh yeah, no, civil rights soldiers. I mean, um,
Oh right.
yeah, I'm just
Civil
trying
War
to
soldiers.
yeah, I'm just trying to vocalize it for people that are going to be listening to this instead of watching this.
Those people are for the South, yes.
Yes,
Uh
the
What's great is
Confederates.
that they've kept historical battle flags, like that's the Confederate flag right there, and that's the flag of the Confederate States of America. That's not quite in view, but
I know a lot of
um,
people don't like that flag, but if I'm correct, the flag is just meant to represent a bunch of people.
not
It's
even. It's a battle flag. It's just meant to
okay,
represent the army.
but a lot of
The
people seem to
actual
think it's a symbol of racism now, don't they?
well, the right. So the South was fighting for states' rights, but part of those states' rights was the right to own slaves. So it's a little bit of both, you know? It's not,
Interest.
history has always been murky. I hate it when people try and peg people down as 100% the bad guys, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Unless they're Nazis, everyone loves to hate the Nazis.
even, and I'm going to get shit for this, but the Nazis, they were put in a really shitty situation before World War II started.
Well, yeah, like they.
$80 billion that they had to pay back in bills
Oh,
in war reparations.
like I want to say this like right now, so he's not the only one getting shit for this. But the Germans were fucks after World War One. They
Oh
were
yeah, I mean they
like,
kind of deserved it. They did do a lot
well,
to provoke a world war. You
well,
know.
oh, just an update verbally on the actual state of the gameplay that we're watching. They're just running through a city by the looks of it. The guys just run into a back garden. It looks really good
Mhm.
actually. The gun looks
It does
stupidly
look very
fucking
good.
long
It looks
though.
like a Unity style game. It looks also like have you ever played the
A good Unity game.
Mountain Blade?
Yes, and
Uh,
that's exactly what I was going to say.
yeah. They also had, but that was Napoleonic Wars, not the Civil War of America. But it's essentially the same era of combat.
Yeah,
Uh, everybody in a line,
but
uh, shoot, yeah, and
but
then stab each other.
I will say, although the Germans may have earned it, we did fuck them over so hard that
Oh yeah,
if they did not come back with a retaliation in the form of the Second World War, Germany wouldn't exist today.
no,
They would have been bought out by someone and they're basically fucked for anything they had. And
but
that's
also, it's hard to say that when after World War II they were put in an even worse position, and then they came out of that stronger than ever without having to resort to fascism.
that is very true. So we're not defending the Nazis, we're just saying that Germany as a whole was in a bad situation during the Second World War,
True, true.
which I think is a fair statement. And anyone that wants to call us Nazi sympathizers, fuck off and listen to what we just fucking said. We're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
justifying the Nazis, we're saying that Germany was fucked.
And that
Hit,
history is murky as fuck, yeah.
like, put it this way, imagine you are in crippling debt. You are in crippling debt, okay, up to your fucking eyeballs, right?
And
And
then
some,
also imagine that a country like not too far away, Italy, is the country that adopted fascism first and also is hit the least by the Great Depression.
but,
Doesn't that look really tasty to you?
but just say a man, a shady looking man with a weird mustache, mind you,
Mhm.
comes up to you and goes, right, so, we're gonna go and murder someone and steal everything they own, but we'll come out living like kings. You will never have to fucking deal with the oppression of the loan sharks ever again. Now,
Mm.
if you're in a position where you're about to lose your home, you can't even feed your family, and then you're forced into that position as well. You can't forget that
Mm.
the Nazis did force them into that position a lot. We you can't hate the Germans, can you?
No,
Because
not at all.
again, we're not defending the Nazis. We are
No,
defending the Germans that
most
kind of went on with it.
definitely not. Germany was not evil, Hitler was. That's
And
the best way to say it.
the Nazis were evil, some of them,
The Nazis were evil, the Wehrmacht wasn't,
unless you count
to a large extent.
Schindler was a Nazi, wasn't he?
I wouldn't know. I don't know anything
Yeah,
about him.
yeah, he dealt with the he worked close with the movement of the Jews, and he obviously the Schindler's List is a story of him basically saving as many Jews as he could, about
It's a
600, I think.
historical movie. I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
Schindler
it
was an actual
was
person. Yeah,
okay.
as far as I'm aware, yes.
I know that the German general Erwin Rommel was actually not part of the Nazi party and spoke out against Hitler, and probably would have been dead
Yeah,
if
how
he
quickly was he
wasn't such a
assassinated?
genius. Huh?
I was going to
It,
say
well,
how.
he was an absolute genius with tanks and an absolute genius general.
Would you say he was a
That
tank?
yes. um, yeah, no, that you can't get rid of him.
So,
You know.
I just want to say one thing. Welcome to the GGWP podcast, where we sometimes talk about video games.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Bring me back. Okay, okay. No, let's bring it all back into video
Can we
games.
just say I appreciate
War
that?
of Rights
Can we just?
should.
I
Sorry.
just want to say that anyone who's just joined the stream is looking at, if you're viewing this, games we are excited for, and then hearing us talking about Nazis. Oh, we're never gonna make money off of this, but fuck me, if we ever had ads, the revenue will be slashed in
Oh, they
half
never
and then
listen to
slashed
what we
in half
say.
again.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm pretty sure YouTube just goes, we'll assume that this is racist. We're just going to slash the ads anyway, just to
Yeah,
be
well,
safe. And
I
then,
think they got like a pigmentation algorithm. They'll see my skin's darker and up the price a little bit.
oh, and then the EU will come in and go, that neon light looks like a sign I saw once in Las Vegas. Let's just fucking cut that. That we got to pay the rights to the guy that fucking invented the neon light.
Censorship.
Sayo. No, I'm gonna shut up now. So should we move on to the news?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I think we padded it out for an hour because we skipped a section, didn't we?
Um.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
yes, we did. News.
The news. Oh yeah, by the way,
Right into the moon.
I am actually editing the transitions because I've got the audio. Just editing it now. Got one of them done. It's just not actually implemented yet. Been busy with. Ultimately, I've been busy with what's it called?
Shit.
Yeah, shit. Also known as uni work.
I
Uh,
fucking hate uni work. I'm so fucking behind. But let's get into the news.
yeah.
Fallout 76. I feel like we've talked about it for 3 weeks running now. Is that the
Course,
truth?
because when
Yeah.
you get a guy who says he's going to run for a race, who gets done for doping, then gets done for tripping up and falling flat on his face, and then gets up and then starts shouting racial slurs, you're going to talk about him for 3 weeks in a row, aren't you? 'Cause that's effectively what Fallout 76 is right now.
Yeah. It's a continuous stream of diarrhea trickling out of someone's asshole.
Yeah,
It's just a new nugget of evil every day.
because although Fallout 76 hasn't done any of those three things that I just mentioned, it keeps fucking up in new ways, and that's basically the metaphor I was trying to get across.
It's what's it called? Something's law. Whatever
Law's law.
whatever yeah,
Or
whatever
Sod's
bad
law.
that could happen will happen given enough time.
Oh, yeah, Sod's law.
Sod's law. It's kind of like that, except at an accelerated rate where everything bad is happening at the same time, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Um, so let's talk about Fallout 76. So if you got the Power Armor edition of Fallout 76, yeah,
Oh,
you can
yes.
expect a canvas bag, a Power Armor helmet, yeah, a steel collectible book, a map of Appalachia, and 24 figurines. That's a lot of figurines. Oh, I see them.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh,
so
wait,
yeah, and also the game, of course.
did you say a canvas bag?
I did.
I, th-
So
I thought it was a nylon bag.
they had promised a slick military style canvas bag, but if you buy it, you get a cheap nylon bag so that you could carry your helmet in. One customer sent an email to Bethesda about said canvas bag because he wanted to know if this was a whole fucking joke. So I'll read what he said. Uh, the bag included with the Fallout 76 power armor. Oh, fuck. Hold on, let me zoom in a little bit more. It's a bit tiny on my screen. There we go. The bag included with the Fallout 76 Power Armor Edition isn't correct. The bag is advertised as being canvas, but is clearly much cheaper nylon material that doesn't look like the bag in the promotional material for the collector's edition. What are you planning to do about this? So, they responded with,
Fuck all. One word
"Hello,
email.
we are sorry that you aren't happy with the bag. The bag shown in the media was a prototype and was too expensive to make. We aren't planning on doing anything about it. Bethesda Gear Store Support North America."
We aren't planning to. Come on, you could have worded that a little better. You would have thought that companies would have had four people that this email would have gone around.
Yeah, it's a bold move, isn't it? Just we're not doing anything about
It's
it.
a bold statement. Like coming from a
Yeah,
company, you would expect something else from a company.
yeah. You'd expect them to waffle some words a little bit,
Oh
try and
yeah,
be
make you feel bad for it.
no,
Um,
nah. So there's multiple things to unpack. There's that, but there's also we're sorry that you aren't happy with the bag. Fucking like as if it's his fault that the his fucking his fucking bag is so shit. Um, I've got a little bit of a picture of the nylon bag here for you.
yeah, yeah,
I don't. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Drop
Hold
drop
on.
it
Let me
over, and
open
I
up Snipping Tool.
can send it via the podcast chat.
Right. Um. So it's fucking nylon. It's fucking disgusting, and Bethesda doesn't give a fuck. So what does Bethesda do about it?
Damage control,
Uh,
I'd imagine.
yes. So Bethesda is now offering,
Have
and
you
it
sent
wasn't
it me, good pal?
479. Oh no, I'm trying to send it right now in the
Okay,
podcast
no
chat.
problem.
There we go. There we go. There we go. So,
There we go.
um, for 4.99, this is a little bit of an aside story, but it's all going to come together. Okay, that's the nylon bag. It's so just for those who are listening in, it looks like shit. Okay, it looks like shit, and also it's thin. Looks like it could tear easily.
Looks like a
Uh,
raincoat,
yeah,
like a really
uh,
shit one.
it does look roomy enough to fit the power armor helmet in, like they advertised. But no, this is not something that you could take to war with you. You know,
Yeah,
as they had advertised. So
unless we're talking
a
like the
little
arse
bit
end of
of
the
it.
First World War, where they just had to cut costs like in half.
There wasn't nylon in the First World War, was there?
No, but they did have to save a lot of money near the end. They couldn't supply soldiers with like replacement boots at the end,
Oh dear.
and guns and shit, and it got really bad.
Yeesh, that sounds really bad. Especially with trenches.
Yeah, that's why
That's the
trench
main
foot's a
thing I'm
thing.
thinking about. Yeah.
It's the only reason
Anywho,
that. Carry on.
for 4.99, if you buy some of the premium currency of Fallout 76 called atoms, you could get 500 atoms, and that would be worth, as I said before, like a bed or like some plants for your house, you know,
In game, yeah.
in game. Yeah. So Bethesda had said that for compensation, they've come around now and they posted on Twitter. For compensation, they'd be giving out 500 atoms to everyone who complains about it for the Power Armor edition of Fallout
I
76.
just want people to just send emails that read exactly as this.
Well,
Atoms,
well,
my bag shit. Atoms, please.
I'll tell you why you shouldn't do that in a second. And this new
Ooh,
segment is almost a PSA. Okay.
fuck me. This is
So the
this is
actual
creamy.
tweet that Bethesda had made is, "We understand and respect that there is a disappointment with the bag in the Power Armor edition. We are sorry. Please contact Bethesda support to provide proof of your CE purchase." I don't know what CE purchase is.
Is that the name of the edition?
No, it's the Power Armor edition, so that'd be like PE or
Oh yeah,
a PA. What? Sorry.
yeah. The C and the P is completely other end. So don't know then.
Anyway, your CE purchase, they will assist you in granting your account 500 atoms, as if that's anywhere near comparable to the 20 extra pounds that you spent to buy this game. Um, but you shouldn't take it because one other Twitter user had rightly fucking explained you shouldn't take the atoms because if you do, it counts as compensation legally because the premium currency counts as a currency.
Yeah.
So it counts as compensation for false advertising. And if you take that money, you can no longer sue them. That's why they're giving you that small amount of atoms.
Oh my fucking god.
So essentially, Bethesda are just covering their tracks. So yeah,
I mean, legal. I'll give them the due. That's fucking dubious. Like, you know when something's so evilly manipulative, but you can't help but go, okay, okay. That you know what?
I don't feel that with this. I feel that's just scummy. You
If if
know,
if I like if I took the atoms and then someone was to tell me that, because I wouldn't have sued them anyway. If someone was to tell me that, I'm like, oh, okay, touche, touche. You got me, you got me. Obviously, I'm not getting it, and other people are mad. So you know,
I reckon if it was £20 worth of atoms,
do what
I would get it.
do what I really want.
But
I love how it's only 20 pounds. Like you can easily get paid off for £20.
no,
Uh,
but no, the reason I came up to that number is because the base game is £40, the Power Armor edition is £60, £20 for false advertising.
how much is 500 atoms anyway? How much is that in real money?
£5.
Oh my. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there. Just gonna leave it
Yeah.
there. Just gonna
Should
leave
we
it
move on?
there.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's just leave that there.
I just want one
It's
thing though.
fucked, isn't it?
You know that bag?
Yeah.
I want like the color green. I want it to scratch off, and underneath is like a black nylon bag. But like you can also see, like as you peel away, either a Nike or an Adidas logo underneath.
I thought you were about to say a Skyrim logo.
Oh god, psych! You got Skyrim too.
I mean, have you heard about the fucking the console IDs for certain enemies in the game?
Oh no.
The
Oh,
final boss of Fallout 76, its console ID is just Dragon, as in Skyrim Dragon.
that a meme or is it just a retextured dragon?
It's actually a retextured boss. It's actually a retextured fucking dragon from Skyrim. Truth is, the game was Skyrim from the start.
Ah!
Dun,
So,
dun.
moving on to the next topic.
GameStop reports $488 million in losses in its third quarter. How do quarters work? By the time the 30th of December comes around, is that the fourth quarter? And then that's the end of the year.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it goes by
Okay.
season.
Okay.
I think.
Um, so the story is a little bit old then, but I found it, so let's talk about it. With the rise of digital distribution, some companies, well, countries, if you know, if you're China, have been suffering. GameStop has reported a $488 million loss in the third quarter. They reported that this is mostly due to a 13.4% decline in pre owned sales during the third quarter, which is the most integral part of the business. They call it their circle of life model, as in, you buy a pre owned game from them, they'll buy it back from you for a tiny price, and they'll sell it again for almost the same price after refurbishing.
So
It's the circle of
basically,
life.
it's not circle life. It's fucking scamming. But carry on.
Yeah, it kind of is,
Or
but
upselling at its finest. If you want to be.
yeah, capitalism. Um, so, what are the good parts of this? Well, GameStop reported a 10.4% increase in new software sales, which is all right. So, they're selling more shit, they're just selling less pre owned shit. Um, they also experienced a significant growth in hardware sales, 12.3%.
Oh yeah,
So, what's the deal with the huge loss then? Pre-owned sales make so much fucking money for GameStop. They're pretty much only making money off of pre-owned sales. However, they say that you shouldn't lose too much faith in them. They're not saying that to you or anyone listening, by the way. They're saying that to stockholders.
of
Don't
course.
lose faith in GameStop because
Please don't lose faith in us.
since they've sold more new games and since they've sold more hardware, they eventually down the line will be able to sell more, because if you buy a new console you'll need new games, and if you buy new games you'll eventually sell it to GameStop. So there you go, eventually they're going to make more, is
Yeah.
what they're saying. It's a
Okay.
slump. I
Frankly,
don't believe them. I think GameStop's going to die any day now.
I couldn't care less if GameStop died. To be quite frank,
Yeah, no one goes to
for,
GameStop.
for two
It's
reasons.
okay.
One, we're not American. We don't get it here anyway. And two, from what I've heard, it's a scummy company anyway.
I mean, isn't GameStop and Game the same thing? No.
Um, no, no, they very they're managed very differently. I don't know if it's owned by the same company, but I know they are managed very differently.
Okay.
Because Game here is actually quite tolerable to work with. It's just your standard employer here. It's again, it's the same with Walmart and Asda, because Asda's all right to work with. Walmart apparently is shithole.
Yeah.
So apparently, but again, I don't know. I'm not American.
I I also have heard that Americans complain a lot. So Fucking,
Um,
who knows?
but that do all upset me when the inevitable heat death of the game shop happens.
Yeah,
Because with all this going digital, inevitably, 'cause do you know game medium is the only one that is still making most of its profit from CDs, physical mediums.
for real.
Yeah, yeah. Because you have to remember that there's the not there's the Switch, there's the Xbox, there's the
Right,
PlayStation,
right, true.
and they're still primarily physical releases,
I
especially around the
can't
holiday season as well.
see myself walking down to. Is game even still running?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't think. Okay, walking down to game to pick up a copy of anything anymore. I'd
I
still own. I mean, I guess 360. Sorry, Xbox One hard drives aren't that big, but I can't see myself doing it if I owned a console.
say that, but Xbox are releasing a disk drive free Xbox, which
Game is dead. Sorry, GameStop's dead. They're fucking dead. You
I
know, they're
no,
fucking.
I don't hate the idea because that is like a different version. Okay, that's like they're cutting out the disk drives to offer a cheaper machine, which is fair enough. I understand that. I get it. I just hope that whoever buys it knows that they'll be spending more for their physical games because you can't get second hand and store discounts are not a thing on Xbox Store unless you like 5% off once every 4 years. Um,
We're doing a huge sale, 10% off for the Christmas period. Merry Christmas, gamers. Meanwhile, Steam is giving away free fucking like Portal, and then the whole system crashes.
just
That was the
oh
best
my,
Christmas ever.
who's that guy that's been the meme? That Fortnite guy meme. It's like John Wick needs your help. Just I just imagine him. I can't remember his name, but I just imagine him going, Microsoft servers need your help. Now you need to go onto the Microsoft Store, buy all the games. Now to do so, all you need to do is give them the digits on the front of your card and there's three wacky digits on the back.
uh,
But I do not hate that idea anyway, because little Timmy wants a cheaper Xbox. You know,
yeah,
you're from a not a well-off family. Just know that you are
I'm
not.
just
You're
I'm
not.
just wondering if the hard drive space is there. You know,
Yeah, yeah. I think it's a terabyte, which
it's
is
okay. Some games are like 70 gigs, aren't they? But
yeah.
with a terabyte actually, and you don't keep any other software on your Xbox,
Well, it,
yeah,
it should be because my 360 has a terabyte on it, and I'm pretty good.
games were a lot smaller then. Games were a fuck ton smaller.
Yeah,
Doom's
but
like 70 gigs.
like you get 1,000 gigabytes a terabyte, don't you? So a fair amount on
Yeah, a
there.
bit more than that, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, the one thing I was thinking, like, you don't put anything else other than games on your Xbox.
But
So yeah, of course it's not going to fill up that fast. Yeah.
but I would not like to see game die because although some people won't, and me personally, I do not buy games from Game or shops like that because I'm a PC user. If I buy a
Mhm.
physical game, it is at the local retro game shop that sells retro games. I have an
Hmm.
N64. I like collecting games for my N64, and that's me. I'm happy with that.
What's the name of that shop?
Uh, Gotham Games.
Holy fuck, that's a blast from the past.
Fuck, you fucking took me there. The first time I
Yeah,
went, you took me.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But
It's got that little inside marketplace next to it, doesn't it?
not anymore. They've moved it.
Shit.
Bigger shop now.
Well, that's nice though.
Got an arcade cabinet as well upstairs. They do tournaments and shit there. It's fucking buzz.
Fighting game tournaments?
Yeah.
Well, a quick little news thing aside then. Season 2 of Tekken 7, the
Oh,
newest character, Marduk and Iron King, have both come out and they are sick as shit. I love it.
when's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate come
No clue. I don't
out?
play it.
I love it because I don't like Right, that's it. That's done. That's a set fucking deal. I'm off to Gotham Games on the 7th because they're doing a fucking Smash Bros tournament.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I love Smash
Do you get to
Bros.
win a copy or something? Because that would be awesome.
I mean, it would be awesome, but I don't have a Switch. So if I can win a Switch, then I'll be happy. But there are small shops. I don't think they'll do that. They'll bankrupt
I'm not
themselves
gonna
doing it.
do that.
But
Oh,
yeah.
dude.
Getting back to my point with the game.
Gotham Games, Jesus.
I love
Sorry,
how
I'm full nostalgia mode here.
yeah, I love how Gotham Games has adapt well, not Gotham. I love how game shops have adapted to offer merch, and they are beautiful places for game themed merch. And I would love to see that become a good like a half and half sort of thing, half game merch, half physical games. So I'd hate to see their shops die. I really hope that if games do go the way of digital, which is probably an inevitability, especially with that Microsoft's move, I want them to do a game nerdy shop. A lot of them will die, and I guarantee
Hmm.
that. But I want a shop where I can buy. It's in the wash. Actually, no, it's here. It's here. It's in my wash pile. I want to be able to go to a shop because I got this from game. I love it. I want to buy this. Fucking
Hmm.
PS1 Christmas jumper, or I know this is on the Bethesda store, but I got this from game as well. It's my Doom hoodie. My Doom hoodie. I love it.
Hmm.
I want to buy gaming merch. Not necessarily games, but I want a fucking Pokemon snapback or well, I don't like snaps, but you get what I mean. I love
Yeah,
that
I get
shit.
what you mean.
If they fucking sold a Quake beanie, that will be on my head right now. There's one on Amazon, but it's like fucking low.
Fucking businesses need to either adapt or die, yeah?
Yeah.
So, with that in mind, my local comic book shop, Forbidden Planet, yeah,
Oh
is
yeah.
not just for comic books. It's got manga, it's got um figurines and shit like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So what I was thinking is that video game shops should do the same. Like you just put that in my head saying um half games and half what was it you said, sorry?
Half
Uh
gaming merch.
gaming merch, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Why can't we just have like a nerd land, like a nerd like fucking shop where it's here's the game section, here's the comic book section, here's the card section. Then you have all these people milling around
Exactly.
together. You have a cross of interests all of a sudden.
There's
Something to look into, I think.
also there's a bar in Lincoln called Aikido,
Oh yeah,
and one of your mates we spoke about it before. I'm not going to name drop him here, even if it is their username. Bye. But he found my
yeah,
profile
it's
on
probably for the best.
yeah he found my profile on the Switch. I put my name on it. It's like, hang on, do you go to you go there? I'm like, yeah, I do. But yeah, fucking great. Oh my god, I went there to play the Switch. Five
Mm.
pound for as long as you want because they did have like £5 for an hour, but
Hmm.
they realised they weren't getting enough people in. They thought, fuck it, five for as long as you want.
Yeah,
That's basically £5 for the day. And the guys chill as fuck about it. Like they've got retro games, they've got arcade cabinets, ones that use pies. Um,
Raspberry Pis.
yeah,
Yeah,
so piecades. They got Switch, they got fucking Wii U, they've got fucking everything. My God, they have everything. Like,
making the trip to Link.
fucking do it, man, do it.
Yeah,
And I'll,
we'll
I'll,
make a whole video about it even as well. That'll
I'll,
be sweet.
yeah, that'd be good. And I'll come up to see you when you head back home for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't
Um,
mind, anyway. Like, not actually on
true.
Christmas, but yeah,
Yeah, we'll have to talk about schedule, but
yeah.
yes, I definitely want that. As long as it's not the week after next week, I'm game.
Um, yeah,
So
I'll
during the Christmas week and after.
yeah, because I haven't seen your mum in ages anyway. I realise we're getting a bit get personal now.
We're getting a bit personal, getting a bit off topic. Next news story: Steam bug. Yeah, I wrote this weird. A Steam bug has allowed for unlimited free downloads, as Mr. Moskowski has found out. So
Moskowski.
yeah, that's his name. A man has
Oh.
been given $20,000 or £15,500 at the time of whoever wrote that was. Can you find out how much $20,000 is nowadays?
Yeah, man.
For discovering a bug in a Steam video game store that let people download any game for free. So Mr. Moskowski told Steam about the bug, and
Fifteen
Steam,
thousand £720, by the way.
huh,
A lot of money.
shit.
Yeah. You could
Uh,
fucking you could buy
well,
a
I meant
house with that.
shit. The pound's going down.
Oh.
um,
Uh actually it went down ages ago. It's kind of crawling back up a bit.
oh, that's nice. Okay. Mr. Moskowski told Valve about the bug, and they awarded him money because Valve actually has a program. If you find a bug in Steam or any other of their services, but Steam, they will give you a bounty if you tell them about it rather than exploiting it for yourself. So there you go. Uh, so they awarded him money as part of their bug bounty scheme, and Valve said that in its logs after an investigation that nobody had exploited the bug, so except for him.
Yeah,
So there you go.
that's cool.
A bug bounty scheme works way better than
Working for an actual
yeah,
bug finding company.
yeah, harsh, but I assume actually true. You know,
Yeah, yeah. Well,
I do you think that they should move this out to video games, or do you think they're released way too often for that to be feasible?
no, because they actually have QA testers that they can't be asked to pay anyway. So
Oh, true.
that's why a lot of games come out buggy because they can't be asked to fucking pay them or get more or whatever.
Yeah,
But
it's a shame, isn't it?
I
I
don't.
heard that Rockstar are especially bad at paying their troops.
No, apparently they're
In
really.
general, not just QA.
Apparently they're all right for Q&A testing. Not too bad because they got one up here, hadn't they? A lot of people go for
Oh,
that.
oh
So
yeah, true. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Should we cut it to a break now? Because
Yeah, sure.
let's get to that part in the podcast where I need to piss again.
Oh, take your little pissy boy.
Not gonna be a pissy boy. Right,
Little pissy boy.
I will say as a part of the news segment because it's news, but it's not like gaming news, but it's news. There'll be no music over the break because anything I use seems to get copyrighted. I thought vaporwave was safe, and now I'm getting claimed for vaporwave.
You could play video game music.
Yes, and I will leave that until I actually have a list, a collection of games that I know are safe.
Okay.
As you know, I've got a man, who does radio, specifically a game station, which I'm on every Wednesday, by the way. Um, but yes, he'll,
You've got a what now, Connor?
I've got a man. No, man behind, he's like man on computer, not like fucking gay shit. Fucking hate. So yeah,
I've got a man too.
we all know your man. You're an every man's man. You're that man's man and that man's man and that. We get it, you gay.
You calling me a slut?
Yes.
Is it due to my bisexuality?
No, it's due to you being a slut.
All right then.
uh,
All right, we're on break now. Bye
yes.
bye.
But yeah, I've got. I know a guy who does radio, so I'll get him to list a bunch of games that I can use.
Oh,
So
true.
yeah. Right then, off to the breaks we go. Hey, and we're back. That was a quick one.
Yeah.
So, games would like to see. Now, I touched upon this slightly. Yeah, slightly. It, I want to see a game that focuses around sort of Britain during Thatcher's run. Now, I have no idea for like how that could play out, whether it would be satirical, serious, accurate, or inaccurate. I just want to see it happen
Hmm.
because I feel whoever will get it will do it in a very interesting way.
So stuff like the Falklands and stuff like that is
Yeah.
what you want to see. Yeah. I think it's a period of history that's not really touched upon that often, is it?
Well, do you know what? A lot of British history is not touched upon often, which is a shame because we have a lot of good history. Like, and I'm not talking
We have a
like,
lot of good history, and when yeah, I know, not medieval history, like in general,
well,
really good history.
I'm talking about not anything before the Victorian era because, quite frankly, everything before the Victorian era was boring in my opinion. Yeah, we had some kids in the factories. We don't care. Who gives a fuck? Little Timmy got trapped in the machines. Well done. I don't want another game set in the fucking Industrial Revolution like Fable was. Um,
Well, yeah, it's fantasy in it, but yeah.
I I want about like 20th century Britain. So the war, Winston Churchill, Margaret Thatcher, um, shit like that.
Hmm.
And we've got We Happy Few, which seems like that era, sort of.
Ish. Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
in the 80s, sort of themed. 80s or 60s, one of them.
Yeah.
I
No,
know
I
it's like,
meant like it doesn't really focus on anything like that. It more focuses on
oh,
just clothes, doesn't it?
even if it was just a stylistic thing, that'll make me happy because Britain sort of is an interesting place. It's we have the looks and we have the styles that is really rarely used. Like we mainly focus on American because obviously most companies are American. That that
Hmm.
old chestnut right there. But you know, give me GTA London. That game was shit voice acting. Give me shit like that. I want to see shit like that. That's basically it. That's all I'm getting at here. It's
Yeah,
it's an
no, I'd definitely love to play a game about that.
there's
Or, sorry.
it, no, I was saying it's an untapped well.
Hmm.
We've got British history there. You can throw in a bit of everything. And you could tell a really good British game. It's just unfortunate that these British games got bigger stories to tell than Britain. I look at Warhammer. That's very British, isn't it? It reeks of Britain.
Only because it reeks of Tolkien. You know, you could say that about a lot of fantasy, couldn't you?
Yeah, that is true. But I think it was made by Brits. I
Warhammer's made by Brits?
think
That
it,
would make a lot of sense, yeah.
yeah, because wasn't the orcs based off of like football hoodlums?
I can't say for 40k. Sorry, I can't say for fantasy because I'm not that into fantasy. But for 40k, no, that's not the case at all. In 40k, orcs only speak in guttural grunts and shit like that. It's only in the video games and stuff they speak like Cockneys, just because it would be boring if they didn't say anything.
Yeah, well, I believe that even sit there saying grunts and noises like that.
Mm.
That is very football hooliganish, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
But not to offend
Uh,
anyone anymore.
they do have an actual language. It's just that to humans, it just sounds like grunts, you know, and roars. So,
Yeah, that's why I've closed the valve accident. Oops. Well, yeah, no more to say on that.
um,
You have any ideas?
well, a game I'd like to see. It's not a completely new concept because I just want something 40k related. Now that we talk about it,
I mean,
I really,
it's games we
mhm,
like to see. So if you want to see a game in any format, like
mhm.
I think one week I said I want GoldenEye um remake. You know, go with whatever you want. If it's a game that you would like to see, then obviously it's a game in the
I want
segment.
Paradox to work with the boys down at Warhammer to make a Warhammer Paradox game. You know, I want to do political moverings in the 40k universe, and I know that it'd be damn near fucking impossible
Yeah.
because every single planet has a lord, and then also how do chapters work, and also the Imperium owns 90% of the universe, the galaxy,
I mean,
and yeah,
imperial politics.
yeah, there is a lot of interfighting in the Imperium. But I'm saying like if you're playing as a Tyranid, let's say, yeah, you're playing as a Tyranid strain, and in Paradox systems, you have what's it called? They have a system where if you conquer too much shit, yeah, everybody will start to hate you who's nearby. They'll all start to go, you're expanding way too fast. How does that work in the Imperium? If you take one planet as a Tyranid, you're expanding way too fast, you know? Like someone's coming for you, you
Yo,
know?
I would like that for the simple basis that this is just purely politics, and you can also make some military-based stuff because obviously you can't do Warhammer without military.
Mm.
And so, like, just imagine being a leader and it's like, oh look, here's a planet. Oh, there's a slight bit of corruption over there. What should you do? Like, oh, well, you can send in the Space Marines, you can send in the Inquisitors, you can send in Sisters Battle, or Exterminators. And you know me, I love a cheeky bit of Exterminators.
An Inquisitor game where, no, an Adepta Administorum game where you decide what actions need to be taken on what planets and what shows of force need to happen.
Just imagine someone's like, my Emperor, what should we do? He's like, fucking blow it up. Just blow it up.
What? Talking to the Emperor
You're,
as if he's not.
you know I'm
It,
very new to this.
you
Forgive my...
fucking heresy!
What? No! I'm
Did you
learning!
call someone the Emperor? Heresy!
No, I was talking to the Emperor. But he doesn't talk, does he?
Uh,
He's
no, he
got...
doesn't talk.
Why do they keep him alive again?
Because he's the most psychically powerful being in the galaxy, barring the gods of chaos, and he protects everybody in the galaxy simply by willing a force field around the physical realm and the warp.
Am I correct in thinking that the... What is it? When the Emperor was put on life support, effectively,
Mm-hmm.
that was around about the same time as the Horus Heresy, and that's when we went from 30k to
Yes,
40k?
it was because of the Horus heresy.
Oh, okay.
Horus, his favorite son, started a civil war with the Imperium
Oh, yeah.
and was winning, and finally got to Terra, where the Emperor challenged him to single combat on his flagship. So he teleported up to the flagship
And the Emperor lost.
with. Yes. Do you want me to tell the story or
You know what? Fuck it.
just leave
Let's
it at
go
that?
for the cheeky bit of story time. Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay,
I'm
this is
gonna
not the
move.
story of the Horus Heresy because that'd take a billion years.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is the story of the Battle of Terra. So
Just gonna move it over to
Horus,
cams. There we go. So we're not. It's not a part of the games we like to see anymore.
no, no.
Yeah.
So the Battle of Terra starts with a bit of setup. The defenses were made by not Marnius Calgar, one of the Emperor's sons, yeah, and he is the best at like making fortresses ever.
Yeah.
So it's Terra's impenetrable as a planet, yeah.
Yeah.
But Horus attacks it anyway, head on, because he wants to get the war over as quickly as possible. So the Emperor fights back, obviously. He leads
Then
his army and begins to lose. So he teleports with his favorite son, sorry, not his favorite son, one of his sons, Sanguinius, to go fight
as did he?
Horus, his favorite son,
Yeah.
as long with a boarding party as well, some troops. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The way that teleportation works in 40k is fucky, okay?
We're not
It's
talking
not
like.
accurate.
Oh, okay,
Not accurate in any way whatsoever. In fact, you can end up in a wall very easily.
as you do. So it's a risky move.
It's a risky move, yeah. So the Emperor is somewhere else in the ship. Sanguinius is somewhere else in the ship. Everyone, Rogul Dawn is the first guy who I was supposed to mention, is also somewhere else in the ship.
Yeah.
So the first one to meet Horus is Sanguinius. Sanguinius is Horus's best friend. But since Horus is so blinded by the corruption of the warp, he strikes Sanguinius down and kills him.
Oh, so
Um,
he suffered with corruption.
yeah.
I love 40k. I want to learn more about it. In fact, am I correct in thinking that some of the codec book things, the actual books, like
Hmm.
that you can buy in real life, they are on Audible?
Oh, yes, yes, they are. The Horus Heresy books are actually pretty good, especially the first and second one.
I'm not
Uh,
now. Now, I just want to say that we're not plugging Audible. We're not being sponsored by them
yet,
yet.
yet.
Yet. We will specify yet. If we can fucking get
Yes.
that, then fuck me, we are going for a Audible.
No, but yeah, the audiobooks are on there. I highly recommend reading the books, however.
The only reason I ask is because I've got 3 free books for Audible, and I want to get into 40k and Doctor Who's Big Finish. So
Okay. For starters, the books are actually not 40k. In fact, the Horus Heresy is not 40k either. It's 30k. That's the whole period before the Emperor being put in the Golden Throne and stuff.
yeah,
So there'll be a lot of terms that are different from actual 40k, but it is a good place to start. It's actually really great story.
yeah.
Um, anyway,
Sorry,
so
just needed my inhale.
Sanguinius is now dead. Yeah,
Yep.
Horus has killed him, and he's laid at his feet. Yeah, and the second person to meet
Wait. They
Horus
killed
is the
Sanguinius.
yeah.
Oh, poor bastard. I was rooting for him.
The second person to get into the throne room is the Emperor,
Yeah.
who fights Horus, but since Horus is his favorite son, he can't bring himself to destroy him.
Ah, so he lost by fault of feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, that's quite sad
Horus, however, does not have the same feelings about his dad.
because he's corrupted.
Yeah. So he strikes down the Emperor and mortally wounds him. However, the Emperor shoots him down with a psychic blast at the very last second.
With mind bullets.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So Horus is now dead.
That's telekinesis, Kyle. Okay.
Um,
This is why
and
people hate telling me stories.
it's all good. No, no, it's fine. So Horus is dead, the Emperor's mortally wounded, and so they take his body back down to Terra. And the Emperor had actually been working on the Golden Throne as okay, the Eldar, another race, yeah,
Oh yeah. We all know
have
good
a
old Alan.
method of traveling through the warp, which is basically hell, yeah,
Yeah.
without actually going into the warp. What
So
do I mean
they
by
travel
that?
they
So
travel around it.
in 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 40k when you do light speed jumps, yeah,
Yeah.
all what that is basically going into hell, traveling in hell, and then reappearing in real space.
Oh yeah. As you do.
And they have psychic people to help navigate them so that because it's inherently random
Yeah.
except to the psychic people.
Oh, okay.
um the Eldar use the webway, so it's way safer because there aren't demons. It's 100% one-to-one travel. That's just always faster. You can never get lost. You can never get attacked. You can never fall to corruption. You can never go mad just from looking out a window. So yeah, you could just go crazy by looking at the warp.
Well, yeah, because the
Um,
warp is a it is a hell effectively, isn't it? And apparently it's
yeah,
very fucky. Fucky.
it's described as everything potential. It's all potential energy. So
So basically, it's talking to Shub-Niggurath in terms of Lovecraftian lore, because he teaches you
I've never
everything.
actually read that one.
Basically, if you were to ask a favor of Shub-Niggurath, he will tell you basically everything and anything, and you go fucking insane because you're looking into effectively infinity, all that has been, whatever will be. As far as my
No,
understanding is,
it's
anyway.
not quite like that. It's like if you have an idea in real space, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's say the idea of war is very prevalent with that throughout the whole galaxy, the whole
yeah.
universe, even. So therefore, war is a very big thing in the warp because it's an idea. And so there is now a god of war and a god of sex and a god of pestilence and a god of plans within plans within plans. Those are the four great gods of the warp, the chaos gods.
Oh yeah.
Um, so looking, you get corrupted by being exposed to ideas that actually are so powerful that from warp space they affect real space, and
Yeah.
that's how demons can get into the real world. That's how people can become crazy and warlike, you know.
So
So
let's wrap this one up and then move on.
wrap it
Then
up, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
um so the webway is the safe way of traveling through space.
yep,
The emperor was making a human webway.
yep.
That's what the golden throne is. They didn't know what it is because technology is fucky in 40k, so they just sit him down on it. It's also life support. So that's why how the emperor, it's also a beacon that psychically protects everybody in the imperium. So that's why the emperor is important, and
So
that's the Horus heresy.
quick
There you go.
question: because they can't talk to the Emperor anymore, effectively
They
dead.
kind of can.
They can communicate with him, but they can't effectively talk with him.
No, no.
Right. Is that why?
They have tarot cards and they roll dice.
Like D&D? Talking to the Emperor is like playing D&D.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I guess so.
Um, is that why basically the Space Marines are so fucky? Like they're so very imperialistic, and if you are seen as a heretic by doing something they effectively don't agree with, they'll fucking kill you.
Oh, that's a
Because
way more complicated thing.
okay, because they seem very dickish, the Space Marines. Although they're meant to be the good, they're dicks.
It's mainly because the emperor was like that. The emperor at the beginning wanted to eradicate all religion.
Yeah, but who doesn't?
Well, he actually had a really good reason for it. As I said before, there are four chaos gods, and the reason that they are chaos gods is because of the concept of a god. So if there's a concept of a god, gods become more powerful in
Okay.
warp space.
But yes,
If there's no more god, there's no more chaos gods.
we'll have to save that for probably after the stream because we are
Yeah,
getting very sidetracked. Um,
yeah, we are.
so my topic, wonderful, because we're coming up to the 2 hour mark now. Fuck me.
I did the most awesome dab, and my camera froze all the way through it.
I'm glad. I'm glad you can. Camera's freezing. It's not just me. Right. So, um, gonna make this one a quick one. But,
Mhm.
I've been playing Broken Reality. That game dropped on the 29th.
Tell me all about it.
Ah, the game's good. Do you know what? The game is good. I'm
Hmm.
thoroughly enjoying it.
Hmm.
It's a puzzle-based walking simulator with some quests in it. It's basically an experience with some stuff in it.
Yeah,
And I will sit there and say it is an experience. It's not a walking simulator. Um, well, I say some walking simulators are experiences. It's it is a game. It is fun. It's nice. It's a lot of the time you're just drinking in the environment. One of my biggest complaints with the demo was the fact that I played it so many times that you just want to complete it the next time you play it,
yeah,
and the rate at which you walk at is too slow for that. But in the
yeah,
main game, when you're seeing something new constantly, that speed's perfectly fine because you're looking at this weird psychedelic world. Like I spent half the time reading the parodies of stuff like God, none's gonna fucking come up. Oh yeah, there's a bank called You Pay,
hmm.
so it's like you play, but also it's a
Just you, pet. Yeah, okay, I get the
yeah,
joke. Yeah,
it's also a jab at the fact that capitalism is shit because that's vaporwave in a nutshell there. Just jabbing at capitalism. All.
For real? All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's like
Does it
half.
have actually any good points to say, or is it just the usual? It's exploitation.
No, it's not even that. It's just like vaporwave in a nutshell is basically meant to be a jab at capitalism. It's based off of vaporware, which is a product that can be sold but doesn't yet exist. So pre-orders.
That's not vaporware.
Yeah, vaporware.
No,
Well,
it's stuff that doesn't exist anymore.
like
As in,
I read the thing and it said it's a product that doesn't yet exist. It doesn't have to come out for it to be vaporware. It only stops becoming vaporware when it actually exists as an actual product.
oh, sorry, I had it the wrong way around. I'm thinking of something else. I think garbage ware or something like that.
Oh boy.
But yes, yeah, no, you are right. Announced but never released. Yeah.
Yeah, or not yet released. I think I was slightly wrong with the pre-order bit where like you can pay for it. I think that does
Hmm.
add into it anyway, but um and then vaporwave is a concepts basically being reminiscent of stuff but also jabbing at the fundamentals of human existence, the fact that we're all just you know, money bags towards big corporations sort of thing. So
Mm,
stuff like that. It's not really like, oh, capitalism's bad. It's just sort of like, well, we're just funding the machine, aren't we? Sort of thing.
yeah.
It's kind of reluctant acceptance sort of thing. So it's not. So you pay sort of is like, yep, we're just paying for things. That's all we are. We're just funding big companies,
Mm.
sort of thing. So a bit like that. What else was there? Oh, there's loads of stuff in there, and I can't remember. In fact, why don't I get my stream up like I said prior?
Oh
My
yeah, true.
my VOD, cheeky old
Yeah,
bod.
you could walk us through some of the good points about the game. In
Yeah,
fact, why don't you tell me one of the good points about the game right now?
it's the aesthetic, hundred
Yeah,
percent the aesthetic.
I used to be a big fan of vaporwave aesthetic. Well, I'd say big. I used to very much appreciate it.
I've bought into vaporwave, and I very much am a avid consumer of vaporwave. I thoroughly enjoy it. Um, Another one is like, although it's not a multiplayer game,
Hmm.
I quite like the fact that this. I imagine a multiplayer game looking like this. I imagine like Ready Player One being being like this. Plus, can I appreciate that the actual border for the screen cap hides most of my overlay. Like besides like a little bit of the oh you besides like a little bit of my camera there showing, does a really good job of hiding it. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it does. I only see a tiny bit at the bottom, but yeah, sure.
yeah.
No,
Well,
yeah, it it does look very stylish.
I'll skip through a bit of it. I'll I'll skip the demo because we've all seen the demo by this point.
Mm.
I should hope.
I mean, I haven't, but
Okay, well,
I
um,
don't know if I need to.
I think I did show it mostly on the stream before.
Oh wow, that's some okay.
The glitchy
Would you
lady.
say that some things are intentionally made bad?
Yeah,
Like the weighting on that model is wrong.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
She's meant to be like a glitch.
Okay.
Don't know why she just is. Like another thing I liked is the birds in the sort of beach area of this map.
Mm-hmm.
They're sound waves. They're literal.
Sound waves.
Yeah, they're visual sound waves. Like you know, like if you were to get a song and import it in as a sound wave, like the bars. That's
R- right. Okay, I couldn't visualize that in my head. As
um
in, do the do the peaks like flap like a bird, or are they
no no.
just flying?
It's just a sound wave that floats around. It'd be cool if the
Okay.
peaks did flap, but it's like the sort of low point of the sound wave is the tail. The peak is the wings, and then like the mid bit is the head. It's
I see.
really visually impressive. Like this game is absolutely fucking gorgeous, and that is the main selling point of this game. You don't like it,
Looks, yeah,
you're not going to enjoy it.
100% is all about the aesthetic. I
Well,
can see this is not being my thing. However, at a cursory glance, it's very pretty. But I
well,
don't think I could stay with it for too long, you know?
well, obviously it's not just this. If I was to skip forward a bit, like there's a synthy based one. Where is it? This is the Aquanet Plaza. Here we go. Here's the cruise ship. Now you'll notice that the graphics when it actually
Graphics have
buffers,
changed. Hmm.
yeah, it's very how to describe it? Old console-esque. It reminded
Yeah.
me of like an N64, um, specifically, or PS1,
I like how
especially.
they intentionally leave in the aliasing. They
No,
Yeah,
I
no, it's a great aesthetic.
in the engine room, it's like straight up blocky as fuck. It's even worse than this, and also, right, you can't jump in this game,
Hmm.
or sprint. But I found that if you use the bookmarker, which is effectively like a teleporter, you can bounce. You drop down just a tad. That tad is enough for you to get over some stuff. And I was finding areas I'm like, oh, I thought I glitched out the map. Why are there likes here?
Mm,
And
that's nice. I like that kind of shit. I
yeah,
can't remember which other games do that though.
um,
But
quite a lot do. But you sit there thinking, am I meant to find this, or did they just anticipate that someone would find this? Oh,
I reckon that they would.
oh
Like, you have to anticipate that in modern games programming at this point because
yeah,
people will break everything, you know.
oh yeah, or an asshole, right? But a lot there's a lot of gameplay like the Leica is your primary tool. It is the interact tool. That is the one you use to interact with stuff. Sword is the one you use to cut ads.
Hmm.
Um, they're, they're cool. I was disappointed that they removed the virus look from it. Some of them look like individual unique adverts. Now it just looks like a virus with a standard skull and crossbones. Some variations, but they're not as much as there was before, which disappointed me. Then there's
Mm.
the hyperlinker, which is the rainbow cursor, which you use to link onto them. So link onto those little panels that I jumped over to before. You link over to it. The camera, you take pictures of some missions require you to take pictures of certain things for people, but mostly it's for finding the hidden snapshot points which are indicated with icons like that, little icon
Hmm.
cameras. Then but you can only find them if you've got the camera equipped. Take a picture of them, you get more likes. You get more likes, you can progress further in the game. And this is why I like this game. There's a lot of concepts. This is my break thing. There's a lot of
You're gonna have to
concept.
skip to a different bit, yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of concepts at play which make this fun. There's the idea of getting likes to progress in certain places. The idea that everything is on a server now. Like this is how people are interacting on a server like
Mm.
Second Life. You watch Black Mirror, don't you?
I've seen one episode of Black Mirror, but it was fucking beautiful. Yeah,
One episode where a woman is trying to get her social ranking, which is basically like getting likes on
that
Facebook.
was the episode.
Thank
Yes.
you. I'm so glad it was that fucking episode. Um,
Yeah,
yes, and that's a feeling I get with it. Although they don't play with it too much, it is a feeling you get, and you're
it's not
playing
a good
through it.
feeling. No.
Yeah, but it makes you think, and that's what I love about it. This game, although it looks beautiful, that's the if visuals ain't gonna sell you, then we're not gonna get
The
sold on the
meta
game.
narrative
Yeah.
could be something that sells you if what you're saying is
Well,
to be.
ultimately, like
Whoa, now that's really nice to look at.
this is a level that was shown in a picture that made me want to buy this game. Oh,
Mm.
here's a preview of the. Basically, this is where the viruses are in. There's a virus wall blocking it, and to get past it, you gotta cut through some of these. Now, this is one of the couple variations of the virus wall thing. Again, they gone with the you have a virus thing. They had various more before, and I think they've got rid of a lot. And I'm currently dancing on screen. I don't know why, so I'm going to skip forward to me actually around this world.
You were dancing, I couldn't see.
Yeah, because my picture on the podcast is covering my picture in the game,
Yeah, yeah.
in stream.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
But yeah, so unfortunately it's if you don't like this glitchy look, you're not going to get sold on the game, and you're unfortunately going to miss out on a lot.
No.
Um,
In fact, you can see cells of different sprites are being used as the whole sprite for the rain splashing texture. I
did,
don't know if you noticed.
actually, I
You...
looked at that, thought, oh, that's the Wi-Fi symbol,
Oh, true.
because that's
I
something.
thought it would have been the splashing sprite, but only a quarter of it, and it was kept.
Well, you'll notice a lot of little ones, because like if you look at the actual rain particle itself, they're zeros. One, no, so,
Yeah, I
oh, there's
see
a one
them.
there as well,
Zeros and ones.
and
Yeah.
that's what this does. It does shit like that, and for me, I love it. It's vaporwave through and through. Like the story is
This game
melancholic.
seems to be made for you, yeah.
Yeah, it's melancholic. It's a walking simulator. You can't have an action game in vaporwave. Quite simple. Um,
You could, I think, maybe.
it's a very
Mm,
slow, drony thing. You know, it's meant to make you feel sad that you're not living in the past and you're now reluctantly living in a world where the corporations are looking over you, sort of thing. That I loved that, by the way. That you would the save points was you buy a can and the can is called saved. Then when it drops out, it goes says saved. Fucking loved that. Basically, the review for the game is it's vaporwave. If you like vaporwave, you're gonna love this game.
get it.
It's
Yeah.
I think right. I'm trying to because I didn't actually plan this. I've been busy with work. I was just like, yo, what, I'm gonna review this game because it's very contemporary. But that's why this is a first impression, not an actual review.
True. Would you have a actual review by next week, do you think? Or
Um,
do you not want to talk about
I
it again,
think
do you think?
I think if I was to review it, it will be a video, not on the podcast
Not part of
again.
the
Because
podcast,
I
yeah.
think I've taken up too much of the podcast's time with the game,
Well,
sort of
tell us
thing.
when you do finish it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'll definitely plug it. But I can't.
Toby-ish.
I was looking at my own gameplay.
No, yeah, I'm looking at it too.
But
Quickly.
yeah, it's a lot of parodies. It's of real life stuff. Yeah, a lot of it's vaporwave through and through. I was just glad to see a game that does vaporwave justice.
Hmm.
It And by that I mean it parodies contemporary products and companies. It parodies the internet, but it also has there is a story behind it. I'm not going to spoil it. Well, it's like a Dark Souls story. It's there, but it's not shoved down your throat. If you are
No,
talking to
no.
there was a gentleman on the cruise ship. If you talk to him, you get a bit of story coming through, but it's mostly about you just getting to the
Would it be
GeoCity.
right to say that you can miss most of the story?
You're not paying attention, definitely. It's not like Metal Gear where it's like Shadow Hearts, Nanomachines, Colonel.
Mm.
It's
But you were saying the GeoCity.
yeah, this is GeoCity. You're meant to get to the effectively you've got to get enough likes to get to the top, social ranking, all that jazz. You want to be a premium member, so and the whole reason for get progressing through this game is the whole reason you spend time in a Discord server or as a part of a community. You want to be involved, you want to get to the top, you want to be seen as a trusted member. That's this. You want to get to the top. So you're earning your likes, you're spending your money and all that. I think this in this bit of it, you are trying to get back money that you get from debt. Like you just buy shit and you get fucking thrown into debt as a result. But you get likes for buying shit as well. I love. And you have to do this mission, which was shown in the trailer actually, where you have to get past a bunch of drones, police drones, whose propellers are fucking fidget spinner sprites as well. I fucking love that. And you get if you get found, you get put in a prison place, and you got to get out. It's not a massive prison. You just click on a like thing, and fly off. Then you just got to
Mm.
carry this box through. But you can go through the lights if you're not carrying the box. Well, so interesting. It's got nice
Out of
content.
10 for now?
Huh?
What would you say?
Out
Out
of
of
10.
10 for now?
Um, for me, solid 9. The only gripes, I want to say this now, the only gripes I have is with the inputs. I would like to be able to change my item with the scroll wheel.
Right, yeah.
Also, if you're changing your item, it's very slow. There's times when I've switched item to the wrong item. There's a delay, I think, assuming to avoid some form of bug or glitch or something.
Yeah.
And then it like what I've done is I pressed 3 to get to one item, but I wanted 2. So I'd then press 2, but it wouldn't do anything. So I'd instead press 1, assuming it was the wrong item. Then I'll get the wrong item again. So that's a minor thing. That's just more me sort of pressing buttons, not very frequently, but sort of regular rates. Be no faster than how I'd switch guns on CS:GO, effectively. And another one is I'd like to be able to adjust sensitivity. It's one of those
Hmm.
things where my on my mouse, the higher setting is perfect for the menu, but too sensitive for the actual first-person camera. And the lower setting is not sensitive enough for the menus, but perfect for the actual camera. So either get used to switching with your in-game mouse if you've got a mouse that supports it, or just get used to it.
Okay.
Which is a shame, but ultimately, in terms of the actual gameplay, I can't fault it. It's a fun game. Walking does not bother you because you're too busy looking around. If you get stuck like I did here, because I did not go to the Aquanet, I instead went to GeoCity straight away. I think you need something from Aquanet, but we'll find out in my next stream.
Hmm.
Um, you will walk around. So if you're stuck, you're not going to be looking around. You're going to be trying to find how you progress, and that causes the walking to become a bit of a nuisance. It is
The what?
slow. It basically, if you're looking around at something new or you're exploring, the walking's fine. But if you're
Right.
actually trying to progress and do things slightly fast, it's a bit of a nuisance.
Okay.
Um, the puzzles are fun. They're unique. They change it up a bit. It's not like Near Automata's amount of changing shit around quite rapidly, but it definitely throws in a curveball every now and then to keep you on your toes, so to speak. So ultimately, a
What do
fun,
you
fun
mean by
game.
that? Have you played it?
Yeah, I played it. I played it on stream.
Oh, shit.
This is me playing it on stream.
No, I mean Automata.
Oh, Automata, yeah, definitely, I've completed it.
For real?
Yeah, fucking love that
Because
game.
I need to play it. Is it good?
Yeah,
I mean,
yes. Oh, yes.
okay. Okay.
Did I mention it's
Sweet.
good?
Probably.
Put it this way, Platinum,
Glazed Runner.
yep. This is the shit I mean by the parodies. This is a weed shop in a fucking synthwavy fucking city called Blaze
Called
Runner.
Blaze Runner. Yeah.
Yeah, so seeing them is half the fun. You are actively reading the signs and the Easter eggs, and if there's something being written down, you are reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nier Automata. Nier Automata is a game you need to fucking play. It's when Platinum Games got really fucking cocky. Was like, yeah, we'll make it.
RPG 2.
Huh?
It's an RPG too, right?
It kinda, yeah. I
Okay.
I don't know. You're more of an expert in RPGs. I like my light RPG, and because it didn't
Well, yeah,
piss.
I know it's a character action game, but they worked with Squeenix to make it, so I just assumed that it was an RPG.
No, no, I wouldn't say RPG.
Okay.
Thinking about it, there is some elements there. Like you can level up a bit, and you put points into this, that, and the other for whatever. It's not like you put points into a skill that you're stuck with. It's like, oh, I would like more health for this segment, so I'm going to put a chip in, or chips. I'm going to put a program chip in that gives me more health. Or I would like auto aim on this segment because it's slightly fast paced for shooting. I'll put an
Mm,
auto aim bit in. I'd like faster shooting in this segment, so I'll put this in. Um, I'd like to do more melee damage, sort of thing.
mm.
And the like you use them based on they're designed specifically to be hot swapped very easily. This isn't a review of Nier Automata. Fuck you. So yeah, moving on to question time. We didn't really
What
have,
question did we set up from last week? I remember we did.
well, quite simply, did we have any responses?
Yet.
We have no one in the stream. Well, I think we should just send up the fucking stream. Um, I'm going to assume that you didn't do an open letter either.
No, not this time, no.
That's all right. So yeah, we'll just wrap up the stream here. I think it was a good, decent time. We've got 2 hours and 16 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Also, for anyone watching this later, because no one's fucking watching now, my head's gone blank. Yes, 10 episodes. We've done 10 episodes. I want to make it a thing
Welcome
where
to the Deca something. I don't know what you call it. Deca anthem.
every 10 episodes, I would like to celebrate with best bits of the last 10 episodes.
Mm,
So, gotta take some of the best bits, and hopefully, the idea is hopefully people see the best bits and want to tune in for the podcast.
mm,
But also, it's a bit of fun. It's like, here's what we've done. This is the best bits. Yeah. So it is a way of actually advertising the podcast, but it's also a way of celebrating the podcast as well. So
yeah, too
I'll,
true.
I'm glad we've got this far. It's better than our last podcast. Do you remember that one?
No, what was so wrong with the last podcast? We started singing, we
No,
started dancing.
there
It
was
was
nothing wrong
beautiful.
with the last podcast. It just didn't get past 2 episodes.
Oh, I thought you meant the last podcast. No,
Oh,
we made quite a few episodes with that.
I I only recall being in two.
Yes,
I think there was a
but a
third
few
one.
episodes were made.
I think there was a third one that didn't involve me between
Hmm.
the two that I was in.
There was, I think, maybe 4 or 5 in total.
Also, I want to point out because I've still got the thing on the side. Um, there's a shop in Broken Reality called Dream, but
Hmm.
it's well, it's not a shop. It's more of a sign. And I would assume it's for a shop that you can't go in because but it's called DRE. Then there's two dots, as in clock dots. The hold on, I can't remember the name. What are the dots that's
Colon,
what are the dots that split up the time, the hour and the minutes clock?
the colon.
Yeah, it's called colon. Yeah, it says DRE, then the colon, and then it's AM. It says dream, but then it says AM. It's like AM and PM.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
And
I get it.
it, do you know what? It upsets me that I've not seen a company actually do that.
You'd think that Apple or some other trendy motherfuckers would do that, but no, I
No,
guess
because
not.
Apple will call it the iDream, and Microsoft will call it
And that
this.
was the GGWP podcast.
No, Apple will fucking call it the iDream. Microsoft will call
Yeah,
it the
they will.
Surface Dream Pro, and fucking EA will call it a cash grab.
Advertisements in your dreams.
I don't know why. I don't know why I instantly went with sort of technology companies with that one. More companies out there like bed companies, which would have probably done that better.
Casper. This podcast is sponsored by Casper Mattress. Go down to casper.com/Casper Mattress to get yourself a
I want to point out that this
Casper
is bullshit because
mattress.
I never even heard of this company until now.
You've never heard of Casper Mattress?
No,
Well, they ship memory foam
Andy,
mattresses
stop fucking
straight to
doing this.
your door.
This is not an advert. We're not doing this again. We've already had that episode.
They fit it in a box about that big, okay? And the Casper mattress, you see, is memory.
So I've muted him now. So
Casper, the greatest
you
of all
dick! I
lords
fucking
of the
unmuted you.
war.
I unmuted you at the exact moment you actually started talking again. That was fucking perfectly timed on your part. Just to know, I muted him, but then I unmuted him just as he actually started vocalizing what he was saying. 'Cause I muted him. He knew I muted him,
What
and
do you
then
mean? I
he.
was talking about the Casper
I
the whole
fucking
time.
hate you. I hate you.
If you get the king-sized Casper, It only costs $5.99 plus tax.
$5.99.
$5.99, except in the state of New Georgia where it's $7.99.
Because fuck you.
Yeah.
I will say, I still want to make the Christmas album a thing.
Yeah, it would be fun, but we'd have to give no effort whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's the way we do.
We're gonna record it with our bog standard mics and whatnot. We don't
Mhm,
give any slight inklings of a fuck.
mhm,
We're most likely going to steal MIDI versions of the songs we're ripping off anyway.
mhm,
And hopefully, by the fact that we're using a MIDI version of the song and we're using our own lyrics,
mhm.
hopefully we won't get fucking ripped apart when Article 13 goes through. Because
Oh, we will.
no, I'll probably put it up on Bandcamp if we end up doing it. Name your price kind of
Um,
jazz.
yeah.
I only say Bandcamp because I have a Bandcamp. That's where I buy all my vaporwave from.
What about SoundCloud? Wouldn't that be a better place to put it?
No, because I like websites with decent UI design.
SoundCloud has a decent UI-ish.
If we're going off fucking design alone, we might as well just upload to fucking YouTube and have a fucking 240p JPEG stretched to the width of the monitor for like the video.
Yeah, sure. Can we do that actually?
Yes. You know what? And I'm gonna fucking Photoshop this image as well. I'm gonna Photoshop this image, compress it down to 240p, and then stretch it to 1080p.
How about as the image, we have our faces right now, but we've pulled the dumbest faces ever and just put them side by side, and that's the cover art.
Yeah.
Make sure to pixelate and blow them up. Okay, shall we pull a face?
Yeah. Let me just get the cameras up. So I like to work with a I will get the right one eventually. I like to get a decent sized image to work with first
Oh,
before I
okay,
fuck it up.
of
Because working
course.
with a low resolution image is hell.
Yeah.
Right, let me just remove my headset then.
Hmm. Okay then. Three, two, one.
I love how we put our headsets on in sync.
Pretty much in sync. Yeah.
It was perfect.
The
Um,
power of the internet, huh?
I will say one thing. Why the fuck did we hold it for so long?
I don't know.
I literally need it for one frame.
I felt I felt beautiful doing
Um,
it. I felt alive.
you know what? I feel I'm gonna put your face on a bauble.
On a bomb.
Bauble is in
I like
Christmas tree
that.
bauble.
Well, you cut out that for me. In
Oh,
fact,
okay.
you've been cutting out a little bit all the way. You know, just once or twice.
You know what, little mister? I don't like your jib. I don't like your jib. You've been cutting out all the stream. That sounded like what it sounded like to me anyway. It's
I
like,
thought you were telling that to me. Like,
no,
I
no, no.
don't
I
like
was,
the
I was
cut of
doing an
your
impression of
jib.
you to me. I like
Oh,
the cut
right.
of your
Well,
jib. But yeah, I'm gonna take a screenshot of you, put it on a bauble, and then there's gonna be a picture of me putting the bauble on a tree. But I'm gonna shoddily green screen it.
that's classy. I like that. That's classy as fuck. That's
Mate,
what we should call this. The classy album, but with an I. Classy.
mate, Joe, I'm gonna find a stock image of a man putting a bauble on a tree. I'm gonna just shoddily put my face on it.
Yeah, as you should.
Like there's gonna be like white bits like around my head. I'm gonna cut it out on fucking MS Paint or use the marquee tool to cut it out.
White bits around your head. Isn't that just your head?
No, that's semen. For those listening in, my co-host is currently having a seizure from witty banter. The banter-induced seizure. It's currently, I think rigor mortis has set in. He's gone stiff as a board.
Or a blue screen. That could have happened.
Nah, there's not enough motion blur.
Oh, for real? Does that happen?
Yeah, you blur the fuck out. Like, because it usually blue screen mid-motion.
Hmm. I feel I feel like you should play Tachyon every time that happens.
Wait, what?
Tachyon, you know, the Death Grip song.
Oh, shit, I need to hear that song. I need to listen to more Death Grips.
Tachyon! Ta ta ta! Kyon! 66654 done!
You know what? I'm gonna keep this segment where we just talk shit at the end of the podcast because I quite enjoy it.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Um. So yeah, we're doing our Christmas album. How many songs do you want to do?
6 is classy.
Classy, classy. And that
And
way,
we have to do them all in one take.
no, I want to put a bit more effort into it. That
Or rather, if we're not happy with it, we have to start from the very beginning. We're not doing anything professional whatsoever. Okay.
I want to put a bit of effort into it because although I like making it bad for a meme, I am a media student and it'll actually fucking kill me if it all sounds like shit.
Eh,
Eh, do it for my sake, man. Fuck,
fine.
fuck's sake,
I'll
man.
just
I'm gonna
talk you
die.
the whole thing
I'm
and
gonna
then
fucking.
just sing shittily and you know.
You can sing badly if you want, because that's just part of the charm. But
Yeah.
something will make me it'll make me slightly happy that if we can actually release songs that actually just somehow become good.
One thing, and I should have told you about this before, but it's coming out on the podcast this time. We
Okay.
can't do a podcast next week.
Oh.
I'm traveling home to
Ah.
where I belong, West
Country
Virginia,
roads.
Mountain Mama, take me home, country road.
He's
No,
from West Virginia.
I'm traveling home for the Christmas. So, but that's happening on the Monday. Oh wait, that's the wrong Monday. Whoopsie. Next week is cool.
Next week is cool. So
Yeah,
not
sorry. I meant not next week, the week after.
the 17th.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's all right. I think we're probably gonna hit a hiatus after the 7th. Next week will probably be our last one for the Christmas.
Hmm.
And then
And
after
then, well, we pick it up back on the 7th, 31st. When?
we will pick it up on the 7th, most likely.
Mm,
Back when either the 7th or the 14th, back when we're back in our sort of hovel. Yeah,
yeah,
made our way to the
awful.
shitholes that we inhabit.
And hopefully it'll snow by then, and so we'll have no time but to do the
We'll have nothing else to do except for
yeah. Boing. A
well,
different space, a different time. These two bumblefucks talk all day about video games. There is no something something, and there is no gay. This is the GGWP zone. Na 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 na. Boing.
Andy. You know I'm gonna do a greatest sort of best bits of this the last 10 episodes.
Yeah.
That is the opening to
Okay. Thank
it.
you.
I love you went slightly. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, thank you, sir.
This has been the GGWP cast. Thank
Podcast.
you for coming to our GGWP podcast. It has been a GGWP podcast. Have you ever thought that's weird to say that? I'll explain why. You see,
See,
people say pin number when pin stands for number. You see, it's personal something in number, and you're saying pin number. So don't say pin number. In fact, I'm saying pin number. Actually, it's PIN number. Oh shit, I'm fucking up. So the GGWP podcast is GG actually W podcast. You get me?
what? No,
That's the theme song. Okay.
it's good. It's good game, well played. And then the
Shit,
cast.
for real?
Yeah,
I forgot. I thought it was Good Game Well podcast.
no, it's good game, well played.
Oh, it's Good Game Well podcast. Okay.
Yeah,
So the
and
GGWP podcast is pretty fucking gay. I love it every day, and I listen to it every day. I love Connor, and I love Andy, and sometimes we have a guest, sometimes. The GGWP podcast is not a real podcast. Um, Actually, it is. I'm just trying to riff along. Uh,
Andy, please stop.
help! Help!
Please
Help!
stop. Just no, just
Help!
no. Just fucking
Help!
stop.
No, join in.
No. Just stop. We're not ripping off a song. I can't. I've got nothing to work with here.
Chicken.
But yeah. So
Um,
yeah. I was going to say something, but I completely went off. Of yeah, I do find it weird that sometimes it's the Good Game Well Played podcast, and on most of the marketing it's GGWP Cast.
hmm.
That's all I wanted to say. So
Well,
it's
no, it's
sometimes
not too
cast.
weird. Cast is just short podcast, isn't it?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, yeah, that's not
Well,
too bad.
I'm gonna go and Photoshop the Discord logo. That very loud screenshot noise was me taking a picture of the Discord logo, so I can then edit it to then fit in the little area that says the discord.gg PJR5N5SX to join our Discord chat.
Yeah,
I say our. It's for my channel, but it also has a room dedicated to the podcast.
you should definitely check it out, boys and girls.
Yeah, boy.
It's
But yes,
very cool.
also we have my social medias, so you can find me on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter at DemonLead629, or you can find my main YouTube channel at Just Demon Lead. You can also find Mr. Renions over there. You have to roll the R because it's funny. You can find him over at Biggest Renion. That is Biggest Renion on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok if you're so inclined.
I got that good branding. You know what I'm
You
saying? I
got a
got
good
that good branding.
Biggest Renion. It stands for biggest dick.
Um,
Biggest dickers.
who said that it didn't?
Good point. No one did say that. Biggest dickers.
50,000 subs and I show my penis on stream. Let's go.
Is that subs on the stream?
No, because then we'd get banned. However, 50,000 porn's allowed on Twitter, so 50,000 Twitter follows,
Isn't that
and I
is
will.
oh isn't that what that fucking what's her name? Forgot her name. Leafy covered her, and she was talking about how sleeping with your dog's a good idea.
Ah,
You know what? I can't remember her name, but that's exactly what she did. But she didn't
I
do it on
was
Twitter. She
trying
did it
to
on
make a
Instagram.
joke, but that was so fucked up. Not even I wanted to touch that. You know, that
That
fucking.
that's why Leafy covered her. He basically ripped into her while she's talking about why sleeping with your dog's a good idea. We scared off our one and only, by the way.
Um, fucking like good.
But no, yeah, that's what she did. She released her fucking nudes when she hit a certain milestone. But then like,
She got banned.
no, you had to pay for them.
Oh,
uh, the internet, I love it. Internet
the
whores
internet
everywhere.
is
It's
for porn. Have you heard about the IRS shit?
the what?
The IRS shit.
We should probably save that. We'll end the stream now, and then you could tell me off
Oh
stream.
no, it's not video game related. I can tell you off stream. Yeah, I'll tell you off
Yeah.
stream.
All right. Well, thank you for joining the podcast. Anyway, this has been one shit show of a episode. Fuck knows what I'm going to call it, but feel free to watch it on Wednesday when it'll be uploaded, and it'll probably have some shit name.
You'll have a cool name, I
Bye.
think. They've all been cool names. Bye.